And then we'll go from there.
We are live.
Damn, she nice. Well,
all she does is block, though. She's a bitch.
You blocking bitch. What's the most useless piece of knowledge you know? Aegon Targaryen.
I saw that today. Man, I really hope none of you have got the same predictions as me because I literally only have 5.
I'm sure Justin's got about 30, so
5, but
I only got 5, but I could always come up with more.
yeah.
Oh, I'm about to lose.
Yeah, whatever. That's fine.
Jesus can't. Nobody can save me right now. Yep, that's about it.
God damn. Ooh, you mad?
Brandon. Brandon. God damn. Oh. Oh.
Damn. CPU by punching you in the kneecap.
Show him some mercy.
damn, she punched you in the kneecap?
Man, I can't. I think I gotta retire.
God damn. What
So
the
wait,
hell?
she has a little drone.
Oh, you know what?
Was that even necessary? God.
I saw in the one fighting game tournament, like someone just kept mercying the person. It was fucking hilarious.
Are we about to start?
Yes. Well, you probably do one more match. You'll probably have enough for one more match.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I need to.
Wait.
Damn, they left. Oh. Damn, they ain't gonna rematch. Oh my god, I'm about to lose. Alright, fuck this shit. Somebody's watching like, why is Tony just yelling?
Exactly.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Oh yeah, she can do that. She can do that too.
What does she do?
She can call her little drone down.
Oh.
Yeah, someone
God
kicking
damn.
my ass. See, she has God. Oh, I'm dead. This is bullshit.
Legally changing my daughter's name from Khaleesi to Chernobyl.
Ooh.
Well, my blood pressure's gonna be up for when we start.
What? Tony's sweating so hard.
She had caught my ass with that. I'd have been fucked.
Brandon, did you see that cursed comments post with Hulk Hogan?
I did not.
Everything about him is cursed.
So it's a picture of Hulk Hogan like that. And then it says, when you pound 8 drinks and remember you didn't eat today. And the comment was, who names their kid 8 drinks?
God damn.
Okay. Now I just gotta set up the stream and we are set.
Or so you
Oh
think.
shit. Been working on this for 3 hours. Doesn't work.
Wait, what?
Goddamn garbage.
What the fuck? Oh, is that
Now you go to the Facebook. Facebook.
I ain't got I'm going in. Nope.
Why is this? Oh.
Fuck.
Sounds like you lost.
No, I got one.
God damn it.
This is technical difficulties.
Gonna make me log in again. Why is it not working? Oh, let's do this. What the hell are you doing?
Blocking the shit.
Ooh. Technical difficulties just logging into Facebook because this is Melissa's computer. And I was like, why is it not here? I went like the pages and it wasn't there. And all of a sudden I realized, oh, this is not my laptop.
Oh my god.
Red.
Oh my god.
That brutality.
Mm-hmm. Are you ready? Are you guys ready?
You can lose another one. You can lose another one.
I mean, don't tell.
At this point, I'll probably just post the message real quick and just be like, starting shortly.
I'm about to do something real stupid.
599-366.
I'm gonna do it the person I got beat with. Fucking Christ. Justice, how many shots are you passed now? How many shots should you be taking down?
I got to do one every 10 minutes. Last year, our episode was 2 hours. So
We should be at 1 right now. He should have been taking one.
no, because it starts
shot
when we
per-
go live. Let's be clear here. I'm already going to drink enough. Don't you worry. Where the fuck is this code generator? God damn it. Scroll down. Find the code. Oh, here it is. I'm just playing.
Do that.
What is that?
She can walk like
Is it Whoop. No, not that.
I can't take it.
Yeah. Steven, since
I'm about to refund this game.
he's playing, I'm assuming Mortal Kombat. Can you quickly just go on the Fanboy 4 page and just post like that we're gonna start at in like 10 minutes?
No.
Okay, I'll go do it.
I
I'm
got
logged
it.
in.
I'm already. I got my hand.
Why is it going all weird? Why did control? Oh, because that's not on. That's why. Okay. Why the fuck? Okay. Okay.
Tonight at 8:30. Boost your post for $30.
Right? Boosted, bitch. No.
Oh no.
This is the next.
It really is right now. Yikes.
Boom. Okay, so that's good.
Got it ass.
So, by right, there, we are live. Okay. All right, we're basically ready to go now at this point.
Oh no, we not.
I'm saying like when you're ready.
Peter was oh goddamn character. He's still being price, but damn, he can be like, oh, he beat me once and then he leave. I don't give a fuck. Got mine back. All 5 of my predictions. I'm beating ass tonight.
I think you mean me.
Wait, I'm beating ass tonight?
That's a fact.
All right, you guys are ready, right? You guys are ready.
Yep.
All right. Stroke. Oh, I'm
Because I'm
assuming,
stroking.
I'm assuming we sound all right.
Yeah, you sound
Yeah.
good now.
Okay.
Dang, this
Sound good.
you got me fucked. Y'all got me fucked up.
Are you guys drinking anything?
No.
I got a beer
Water.
and I got water. How loud was that? Like, just so I know for how loud was that? Okay. Well,
You don't have to chug it, damn. Now you have to get up and pee.
I'm on a second beer. Whatever.
What? In the butt. I said what? In the butt.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well,
Huh. So apparently, in when Midnight Club Street Racing came out, Rockstar shut down Times Square so they could take the picture for the box cover.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess when you got it like that.
Yeah.
All I'm hearing is Rockstar should just come out with Midnight Club again. Prediction.
We ain't started yet. I could have been in my second match by now.
Okay. It's just weird. It looks like the Facebook thing's like freezing. That's why I was kind of like, yeah. But at this point,
Doesn't it usually do that?
mm-hmm. What's weird is I have it. I'm Ethernet into it. So okay, whatever. That's that. So yeah, we're just gonna go live then.
Aren't we live already?
Now we are.
I don't see it live on Facebook.
What is up? I think we're live. One way to find out.
Yeah, we
Our beginnings are never the best part of it. Oh, I didn't even make any drinks yet.
are we?
Wait, you didn't even make any drinks yet?
No, I've been trying to fix all the crap. I can hear it. All right, yeah, we're probably live because it looks like we're live. It just looks like it's not.
On Facebook?
I can hear us, but it's just
It says we're live.
Oh,
I can hear us. But I put up like a little screen so that we
It's
could do it.
showing.
Nice. There it is.
it's showing.
Yeah, see, it's working. it's just working. All right, so hey, we're back. Fanboy 4. Here we are. I'm Justin. Steven. What's up?
Yo.
Oh, hold on. Now we got Brandon.
Wow.
This is why this stopped.
This is the shit show 4. And Tony Brown.
I should be in bed by now.
Should be.
I predict I'm gonna fall asleep tonight.
All right, so first episode since September. Well, here we are.
Really?
Yeah, 'cause you
Yeah.
gotta do everything.
Well,
That's right. Okay.
so Brandon, Forsaken came out, and then this show just died.
Yeah.
Forsaken just put the gun to the head of the Fanboy 4 show and just blew its brains out.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
So,
And Shadowkeep probably do the same.
yeah, I'll say. Yep. So, but we're here today to talk about E3. Starts this weekend, really, the conferences, and then it all goes into next week. Although by that point, I feel like all the big stuff that we're going to be talking about already happened. But so yeah. So one other thing is, was it last year I made this bet? I think it was last year.
Yeah, it was last year.
But last year I made a stupid bet. I said Kingdom Hearts 3 would not come out till 2020. It came out this year. So
Maybe the Game of the Year edition might come out in 2020.
So basically, for my punishment during this episode, I have to take a shot every 10 seconds.
10
Or
seconds.
10 seconds. Never mind. Not 10 seconds. Very different. 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes. I have to take a shot. Actually, and now that I think about it, I probably should get that. So if you guys want, you guys can just kind of say you've been doing in the past 6, 7, 8 months, whatever it's been, and I'm gonna quickly make a drink.
I'm gonna quickly make a joke about that, but keep going. You, Brandon and Steven, just go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. This man has been making bets that he should not have been making.
How many
That's
bets do you guys already have for E3?
For E3, we have. Actually, I don't even think we have that many for E3. We have one currently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have one bet currently for E3. I think what the thought was is that I'm going to, as we go through this. Wait, can we hear Justin? Is that what was this? As we go through this, Justin will be making bets, obviously, because he's going to be drinking and doing shots every 10 minutes. So some stupid shit's going to come out.
Yep. So I'm assuming about at like 30 minutes in, we're just gonna hear. All we're gonna hear on his side is,
Ding! That's all we're going to hear on Justin's side.
ding. Oh, we heard. When Justin's like, I'm gonna take a shot every 10 seconds. You hear Melissa in the back.
Yeah, yes.
Using that joke.
It's still good.
Oh, too bad it got canceled.
Yeah. It'll probably come back.
What?
Yeah.
Somebody who I guess is watching said your friend sound is off on Facebook, but on the channel. So maybe we can't hear Justin on Facebook, but we can hear him. I guess if we go to YouTube, but we won't know.
Oh, you can't hear me?
See, you can't be heard on Facebook.
Yeah, we can't. Wait,
What's the problem?
Apparently, we can't hear you on Facebook.
Why can't I hear?
Okay, I can fix that. That's easy. Now they can hear me. If you can hear who said that?
I'm a
Gina.
cousin.
Oh, my cousin.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
My
I realized I had the thing ticked off.
Oh, there we go.
What a dummy.
Okay.
Oh, I made that vodka lemonade too strong. All right, that's okay.
Do you have
About
your
a half
shot
hour,
ready?
I won't even know it.
Wait.
All right.
Are you taking sips or you taking shots?
Yeah, I'm gonna do one right now.
That's Red Bull.
He's got a prep. He's prepping.
That's some Red Bull shit right there.
Yeah.
I might need another bit. Okay, Justin, I'm gonna get another bit while you're doing this because you rapping.
So wait, Justin, for all the fans out there, what are we making here?
I'm making cherry bombs for right now.
So wait, what are you putting in there?
Cherry McGillicuddy's and Red Bull. Although I just made this weight. This is not a
I
shot.
know, Jesus Christ.
I'm trying to kill myself today. I'm trying to kill myself today. I couldn't find it.
Might as well be
I couldn't find a shot class.
Jesus.
All right, hold on. I want to make sure this is working now. Yay, it's fixed. Okay. Cool. All right. So, E3 2019, video games. Yes. Okay. So
Before you start, take your shot.
He's waiting.
Justin about to raise some hell.
okay. There's one. Actually, when I think about it, I probably should have this window up so that when I take my shot, I can make sure you're seeing me do it. Because I don't want no one being like, oh, I didn't see it. So anyway.
We can see you. You don't have to have the window up.
That's true.
No,
All
don't
right.
worry. I'm going to put on a 10-minute timer now.
Okay, good. Because originally, the reason why we're late is one, Google Hangouts wasn't working super great for me.
Yeah,
And then I should probably shut up and just get going, shouldn't I? But no, but I had a nice layout all set up, but it just wasn't going to work. So anywho, E3. So it kind of starts tomorrow with EA Play. Not really a conference this year. They're just kind of doing a series of streams and having their own event. And then Sunday, it really kind of kicks off with Xbox and Bethesda. And then Monday, I'm already skipping days. Monday is Ubisoft and Square. We'll see the new Avengers game that I know at least 3 of us are excited for. And then Tuesday is Nintendo. So that's basically all the conferences. Let's just start with, I'll just go alphabetical order. Brandon, which conference are you probably looking the most forward to?
I guess Xbox, obviously. I mean, like, I feel like there's a lot to be. I mean, they've already made it known that they're going pretty heavy with this E3. So, like, I feel like there's a lot to look forward to with that one. Like, I just think there's going to be a lot of content for them Like not just like a couple spiels here. There's going to be a lot of things moving forward. So definitely Xbox.
Yep, definitely. Tony, I'm actually interested to hear yours because Sony's not gonna be there this year, so they laid low. Well, they actually just started doing those state of plays a little bit more. So that's kind of been the thing they've been doing. So they're not at E3. So which one are you looking the most forward to?
It's a mix. Wait, this is not alphabetical. Okay, anyway.
I know. I just also I saw you and I was like, we'll stay in that stream.
It's a tie between Microsoft and Nintendo. Microsoft because I am kind of interested to see what exclusive they have, the exclusive they're gonna have, and then I'm pretty sure any big third-party game that we'll see will probably show up there first. Because wait, is Ubisoft after or before though?
After the next day.
Yes, I'm sure any big third-party game, it'll probably be there.
Yeah,
and I am kind of curious to see because I'm assuming they'll show. I'm sure they'll show their next gen console or show something about it. So I'm kind of curious to see that. And then it's tied with Nintendo because Nintendo, I'm kind of curious to see what they have up their sleeves and some of the games they already have stated to come out this year. So, so it's kind of neck and neck between the two.
I mean, plus Sony's trash, so.
They're so good. They don't even need to show up.
It's actually kind of true. They're kind of like, well, you know what's coming. Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding. Don't worry, you know what's coming. We don't need to tell you again.
I wouldn't be surprised, and this is not one of my predictions. I hope it's not any of yours.
This is a bonus.
I wouldn't be surprised if they dropped the trailer during somebody else's conference, or I wouldn't be surprised if they dropped a trailer for something during somebody else's conference. Like, just here we go.
Yeah,
I can see because there's been rumors that like a Last of Us trailer with a release date is coming like soon, like maybe this week even. That'd be pretty funny actually. There's also just like right before Microsoft conference starts, like a half hour, they're just like, boop, here you go, here's a trailer for Last of Us.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that like if these like state of plays gain more traction and stuff like that, do you think like this trend of not coming to E3 it would become a trend for Sony?
I don't know. I kind of assume they'll be there next year just because they'll have the PS5 to show off.
Yeah.
So it'd be kind of, the thing is, they could do what EA does and just kind of like have their own show.
Yeah.
You can just be like, we're just doing what we want. Here's our conference. I mean, even the PS4 when it was revealed like in their own thing in February, and then they kind of just like showed more at E3.
Yeah, I think they'll be there next year because I think the only reason they're not there this year is because they don't have like in that period of like we've shown you the games that the last few games that are coming out for PS4 and we don't have anything new from those games, so we don't want to show the PS5 yet. So they're kind of like, well, we'll just back out now. Maybe we have something later in the summer or in the fall.
It would be very bad for them not to show up next year because it's basically E3 for them is like free marketing, especially for the people that are watching E3 essentially. So like, if Sony would have their own thing this year, I probably wouldn't watch it. I'm not a Sony guy, but if I'm watching E3 coverage, I might watch Sony's conference just to see what they have. So for other people that are kind of like that, where you're just watching E3 to watch E3, if Sony's not there every year, they're losing out on on people that could be watching.
Yeah, I don't think they can afford to not go next year because we're all assuming that fall 2020-ish is when both consoles are coming out. So they can't afford to not show something big the summer before, the game, whatever's going to happen,
Yeah, I think Tony nailed it with what he said. Kind of, where like the whole thing where it's like they're just not there this year because they just like what are they going to? They basically just be a repeat of last year's conference. It'd just be the same games that we've already, minus Days Gone. It'd just be the same stuff. So it's kind of like, but they probably just don't want feel like, oh, they don't got nothing kind of thing. Where it's like, okay, we'll just not go and we'll do just state of play stuff. And before we move on though. Steven, what conference are you looking? I know it's Xbox. It's got to be Xbox.
It's definitely Xbox. But other than Xbox, the one I'm probably most looking forward to is actually going to be probably Ubisoft, just to see kind of what they come out with. People have said, rumors are that they're not going to show any Assassin's Creed. But, there were leaks of like a Vikings Assassin's Creed. So that one's pretty interesting. And then the rumor of a new I I can't even think of the game now. It's basically they're coming out with a roller derby game that's like Rocket League.
Yes, Roller Champion.
So, yeah, so I'm kind of curious to see what that's like. If that is something that they do drop. So, and then apparently Watch Dogs 3 was rumored to be there, and then whatever else that they might have. I think a streaming service was also rumored for them. So, I'd be interested to see what they have. But there's some other. Each of the other conferences has something that I'm interested to see.
Cool. All right. So, just a quick update. Where are we at for the next shot?
We are at for the next shot 3 minutes.
Okay, because I'm just gonna tell you guys something. I don't drink no more very much. I don't know why. The last couple of years,
You're already
I am
feeling it.
I'm so freaking screwed. I'm just letting you guys know.
Of course.
I just accidentally deleted my predictions. I'm trying to get them back now. All right, I got them. We're good. Okay.
Well,
Cool.
I'm not trying to stretch this along because I know the longer this goes.
No, I'm totally fine. I got nothing going. I'm off for the next 4 days, so.
Excuse me. Well, just because this is not my predictions might come back to this, but since you got minutes, what did you guys think? Because what do you guys think about the Destiny stuff? Just to throw that in here.
I'll just quickly go and you guys can elaborate. I loved it. I kind of felt like it was less about kind of the fall expansion. It was more about Bungie being like, we're on our own. Like now that and then also now that we are on our own, we can do whatever we want. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. It really more felt like, all that stuff. You guys kind of were like, man, it'd be really cool if Bungie did this. We couldn't do it because of Activision. It's kind of what that was like them explaining it to us, almost like. So we could have done cross save, but they told us no, so we couldn't do it. So then we had to wait. Now we can do it. Stuff like that.
Our reasons.
Right, reasons. Right, exactly. They just threw a lot of shade without being like too shady about it. Like not being dicks, but just being like, yeah, this is kind of what's going on.
Bungie gave a bunch of subtweets to Activision during that session.
Yeah.
Can I ask you another question?
Yep.
Do you think so? If I got this correctly, so in September, from the Shadowkeep, whatever that is, you have to pay for that, but everything before that will be free to play.
I don't think Forsaken.
Just year one. So anything Forsaken.
So
in the annual pass, they said they're gonna be like an a la carte. You can add it, but the thing is, like the division, Destiny 2 First Light, you basically can make a new character, and even though you've not played that Forsaken stuff, you can still play with like us, for example, that play it all the time.
Yeah,
you'll still get access, I guess they said, to Tangled Shore and like some of the destinations, but like the campaign and some of the content, like Gambit, that's part of Forsaken usually, that you can still play. Like they basically said, like you'll be able to play with up to Shadowkeep. You just won't have all of the content. Basically, if you want that other content, you can get it.
Do you want to have the story stuff?
Yeah.
Do you think that is like what you guys saying about like them trying to stick it to Activision? Just be like, you know what, the Activision years, you can have it for free.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, well, they've already made like the first two DLCs like free to play.
Really?
Like the and Curse of Osiris, they've already made free for everyone.
Wait, so I can go my PS4 right now and get the first two?
Yeah.
Yep.
Keep talking. While you guys keep talking about Destiny, I'm gonna fact check it.
Well, so hold on. Well, since we're on Destiny, so Tony, did you hear about how close it was for Bungie to get PlayStation on the cross save?
Let me talk. Let me. I did have some thoughts about that. I thought about it on the drive home today.
Before you do that,
home.
We have a timer is going off here.
Here we go. Opa!
Oh, Justin, that's another shot.
Okay.
You don't take
double 20 minutes.
Double the time. Jesus, Lord of
I know. We're in troubled waters.
How much do you have left in that bottle?
I might run out of booze.
Stop making them so big. Damn.
Your life.
I just don't. I want you to feel like you got what I deserve.
Money's worth.
That didn't make sense. Don't worry about it.
For everybody who's listening, the bet that Justin was supposed to do was he was supposed to eat a tube of toothpaste.
Yeah, and I did
So
that once after a lost bet. It is not. I mean, you're basically in a bad way for the rest of the night. Like it's just all minty in your esophagus, and you're just like, kill me.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's what you're going to be feeling tomorrow. Sorry, Tony. So your thoughts?
So it seems very weird to me. So what the why did that pop up? So what everybody was saying was it happened the day they said yes the day before, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm assuming I'm assuming they would have to do like contract. I feel like there's something legal or something like they just like yes. I feel like there's something
Well, from what
creative they have to do. And then it's also weird that if they said yes the day before, it's very weird that the Google Stadia thing happened and like they put like working with PS4, but then the Destiny thing, it's almost like once the Google thing ended and the Destiny stuff started, they were like, oh yeah, they said yes. That seems very weird to me because that's how that seems.
Well,
weird.
you mean as far as Bungie or from Sony?
Sony. I mean, just the whole in general, the whole like it seems. I don't know. I don't know how. Like it just seems weird that like they were like they said yes the day before, but somehow Google didn't like announce like they weren't sure. But then like the Destiny stream happened, and they were like,
it's probably like Stadia didn't want to give them attention. You know, it's like that's like if like Stadia is talking about cross save or cross play, and they mention PS4, that's like free advertisement from PS4.
But they mentioned everybody the crossover Xbox. I thought they said
Stadia didn't talk about cross save.
Oh, so they oh my bad. I thought
So Stadia only talked about Destiny 2 and getting First Light and getting Shadowkeep. That's all Stadia talked about.
Yeah, because with Stadia, part of the Founders Edition is you get Destiny 2 and all the content, basically.
So who did the thing? Because there's one, I can't remember where it was. There's one like picture where like you see at the bottom, PS4 crossplay, cross save in progress or something. There's like one conference had like at the bottom like a kind of asterisk of like it might have been a Destiny thing. Of like,
it was probably Destiny because the two guys for Bungie at the very beginning of the Destiny conference basically said like, yes, it is coming to PlayStation, but it's still a work in progress. Like we're gonna make it happen. So I think what has happened is Sony agreed to it, but they don't actually know how it's technically gonna happen yet. Like technology-wise,
I think you might be thinking of the Vidoc, because I'm assuming the Vidoc was made before.
Yeah, because that was before. Yeah, because Jason Schreier, who actually was the one that said that like Sony was kind of still up in the air, and then all of a sudden said, "Well, that was the day before." Now was basically what he kind of was alluding to was that like Bungie and them had like a day before meeting, like, "Hey, you either say yes now, or we're gonna have to tell people like, oh, PS4 is not part of this. We hope they go do it in the future." And either Bungie made some kind of financial deal with them, or something happened, and Sony agreed. Okay, fine, we'll do it. But
it just seems so like
it is strange.
They're not at the moment. Everybody's in, but PS4. But then it's like right after. It's like okay, yeah. Like I was seeing online, like oh yeah, they're in it. It's just I don't know. It just feels weird to me. It might have been more like a power play kind of thing. I don't know.
It honestly could have been. It could have been Luke Smith and Mark Noseworthy for Bungie, literally on the day before, calling whoever at Sony, whatever Sony execs, and going, "Look, we're going live tomorrow. We're announcing cross save. We'd really like you guys to be on this because if you're not, it's going to hurt you."
Yeah.
And them being like, "Okay, go ahead and do it. We'll work out the details."
Yeah.
Right. Because that's what happened with Fortnite, really. Because Fortnite, Sony wasn't on board, and then a lot of people bitched about it, and all of a sudden they're like, all right, we'll do it.
So
I think it's just that they're the market leader, and I think they just want like, okay, if you want to play the games that we have, play them on our console. You don't need to play with your friends. You don't, especially cross save. If it was cross play, maybe they'd be a little bit more of a cross save. It alludes to like, because the thing is, I know a lot of people with Destiny 1 to Destiny 2, they weren't able to carry over their characters because they played on PS4 Destiny 1. And then when PC came out for Destiny 2, because it wasn't a Destiny 1 thing, there was no PC version. They're like, oh, I'm going to play it on PC because I can have better frame rate and all this other stuff. And what happened is they're like, all right, well, I guess I just got to make a new character on PC. I can't bring my PS4 character. Whereas now there's cross save. Maybe Sony's like, well, people are just going to not play it on PS4. They're just going to move their characters over to some other console, and then they're not going to use our console. I guess they already got their money, but
I don't really think so. I've always heard that like the real issue. So I don't believe in that whole like if there's crossplay, somebody will jump from one console to the other because that's kind of redundant. Because like for me, like okay, take me for example, if they're thinking is like okay, well if we allow crossplay, Anthony won't have a reason to buy a PS4. No, I will still buy a PS4 because.
But then you would just be able to play with your friends.
Yes, because if without crossplay, the temptation of me or whoever to switch to another console is bigger because then now I don't have a need to buy an Xbox. I want if I can just play with. There's no need for that.
Yeah, actually, if anything, I feel like PS4 would be more reluctant for just the cross save because you're maybe more inclined to take your save from your PS4 and transfer it over to your Xbox and then start playing on just your Xbox.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, but at that point, you still have PS4.
The fact of the matter is that I feel like in 5 years, and this is obviously not one of my predictions or anything, but in 5 years, like crossplay is going to be like a normal feature.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just going to be a thing like, oh, you just buy it on whatever, like if you like PlayStation exclusives, you buy PlayStation. If you like Xbox exclusives, you buy a PC. I mean, then because you can just play them on PC.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But you can get, or an Xbox, you just get an Xbox if you want it, super easy. But like, it'll just be like, you just pick which one you like the exclusives better of, and that's what you go with. And then you can play with your PS4 people because, I mean, although it's funny because like we'll play Fortnite and like they'll put like a little logo if you're playing with someone from like PS4. Mm-hmm. And every time I'm like, crap, it's a PS4 guy. Like every time.
Yeah. And there's no excuse if next gen, there should be no excuse.
Mm-hmm.
It's crossplay. It's just not a given at this point.
Like I said, I think part of it is just like Sony's kind of the leaguer right now. But once next gen starts over, and I'm sure they'll be like at that point it'll be in their best interest to just do crossplay at that point.
You can kind of see from Microsoft what they did last year with investing in all of those studios and acquiring all of those studios that they think that that's going to happen because it doesn't matter what you play on, it matters what games you play. And that's why they bought all those studios so that they get a share of those games that they make.
Right.
Is kind of looking at it because you look at xCloud going to be coming out, Stadia, there's those types of things where you can play cross different whatever you want. Then as long as the game is made from that company, then they get,
right. It's like Minecraft. Minecraft is on everything. So, and Microsoft owns it. Like they don't have, they could have shut off PlayStation, this one, that one, just been like, it's only on Xbox and Windows PC. That's it. But they did it because they're like, why do we care? You're going to give us your money for Minecraft. Why are we going to try and tell you no?
All right.
We just want your money.
Let's move on because we might differ to predictions. Let's keep moving on. I don't want to leak out.
So now we have predictions. That's where are we ready? Oh, one last thing I want to get to real quick before we get to predictions is just Google Stadia in general. Are you guys interested? Like, the new player. Obviously, Google's a huge company, so they're honestly grabbing attention. They're obviously grabbing attention instantly just because they can. They kind of had this presentation, showed kind of the games, like the whole presentation. I mean, to me, honestly, I was like, oh, it's pretty cool. But there's some things I didn't like. But what do you guys think of Google Stadia? Like, is it something that you're like, oh, I'm going to keep an eye on because I might actually do it? Or is it something like, oh, it's just another way of playing games to you?
I will be excited maybe when there's a Stadia 4 or 5. I don't think it's there yet. I know going upstairs in my room and playing remote play with my PS4 is fine, and that's the PS4, and that's me on my network.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm trying to play like Assassin's Creed Odyssey over their connection, over like internet connection, I'm sure Google has great, like their service. I don't know if I'm that confident yet that it'll be a good seamless gameplay experience. Well, maybe for games that I play, because like I play Mortal Kombat. That's a game like you have to be very precise. So I don't know if
you're talking about like lag input.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
well, I mean, like you said, Google's infrastructure, like I'm sure there's data servers that all of this is being housed on. It's probably A grade quality. But
let me ask you a question. How many times have we been on here in Hangouts? And
I know. Wow.
That's my thing is that internet, I kind of feel like it fluctuates sometimes where like you could have great internet connection for a while, but if it just dips for a little bit, like imagine, like you said, like if you're playing like Mortal Kombat, and like all of a sudden it dips, and then you're just like, oh, it's like now from what they said is it shouldn't lag, it should just drop the quality from like, so say you were at 4K, it might just drop down to like 720. But even that, it's like that's got to still have like a kind of a hiccup for a second there. And even if it's a millisecond of a hiccup, the input lag is gonna be enough that it's gonna screw something up. I mean, I hope it works. It sounds really cool, but personally for me, it's kind of like I don't think I'd ever play a console game on like my phone or like. And the thing is, if I'm gonna play my TV, then why do I not need a console? Why can't I just use a console and not worry about that kind of thing? And I mean, yes, it'd be nice if like, oh, if I was like, you know, let's say Melissa wanted to go to bed and I was still, you know, awake, and I was like, you know what, I still want to play a few more, you know, Crucible matches in Destiny. I could go upstairs and, you know, hook up my phone. Okay, I can play. Here we go. I'm playing Destiny now. But like, I feel like it's just a rare opportunity. I think maybe like more be like if you're on vacation, it'd be better kind of thing. Like, oh, I'm away from home. I don't want to bring my box with me. But the thing is, like, then you need to rely on internet somewhere else. Like a hotel Wi-Fi isn't going to be probably enough for like 4K gaming. So I don't know. It's kind of one of those things. I'm like, I don't know if it's ever going to be something I ever use. I'm like, I'm excited for the future, but at the same time, kind of like, is it really going to be that great?
Yeah,
like,
let me
use it.
Yeah, let me ask all three of you a question. You're telling me right now, going back to what you're saying about like the quality drop, you all playing Destiny, playing Crucible, whatever, and the quality just drops for like a couple seconds. How pissed would any of you be?
I would be dead anyway.
You're about to win. Like you're about to win, and the quality just fucks up. And you're just like,
see, the weird thing about Destiny is Destiny's super finicky. Where if your internet drops, it just boots you. So that's what the other thing I'm kind of worried about is like, how is that going to all work? Because the thing is, I think what they kind of made it seem like the game is running on their servers, but they're streaming it to you, or like, something. I don't know how it would work because I don't know. Like before we switched our internet, we were having internet issues because like it would drop for just like it would just drop for a little bit, and then like we'd get like I forget it was Anteater or what the error was, but we'd just get an error and we'd be kicked from Crucible matches or Gambit matches or wherever we were doing, and it was like really annoying. So I'm kind of like, what if that were to happen? If you're playing like xCloud or Stadia for that matter, like, is it just going to like drop your quality way down, or is it going to like, oh, you lost connection to the game, sorry, like restart it? And I was like, oh, because then at that point, imagine if we're doing a raid. Like, imagine if we were doing a raid and then we're like, oh, we're at the DPS phase. Like everyone, you know how they always have those last stand
that actually
DPS phase.
Remember that? Didn't that actually happen to you? Like at the
yes, it did. It did on. You're right on
last raid.
Yeah, Riven. Because I remember I got kicked out and I just got back in time to get the completion. That's what I'm saying. Like, what? So, like, it's just interesting because, like, right now that's like I don't know. I'm just maybe I don't fully understand the technology, but it's just like, how is it all going to work if your internet like dips or like if it's not as good for like? Yes, I have internet that's probably good enough most of the time, but if all of a sudden it gets a little bit congested, say something else is going, like, am I going to have to like get off the Wi-Fi in every device I have before using it to make sure it's consistent, or like what's going to happen?
Yeah, and then go ahead, Steven. Go ahead.
Well, I was interested in it because the technology seems very interesting. The one thing for me that kind of de-interested me is Microsoft's xCloud coming out because I play Xbox. So if I can play my Xbox anywhere that I go, with similar to how Google's saying it, then I don't really need Stadia. But the other thing I think that Google is anticipating for future is that internet speeds are going to become more consistent and higher in the future. 5G is coming for mobile carriers. Wi-Fi is becoming like literally if you're a hotel and you don't have Wi-Fi, at least good like decent Wi-Fi, then people don't want to stay there. Like that's a thing people look at now is Wi-Fi. And I mean McDonald's, Burger King, any fast food restaurant has that. So if you have your controller, and I'm sure you can get like the grip that you saw, Justin, or maybe you bought it, where you can attach your phone to the controller, then you're good to go. So the technology seems good for Stadia, but I'm just curious again to see, like you guys said, the internet connections and kind of just how it works before buying it.
That's something else with Stadia that I find interesting compared to. I feel like Stadia's biggest competitor right now is xCloud. I think until Sony comes out with something. And to me, I feel like xCloud, all they have to do is leverage Game Pass, and I feel like they already won because I feel like with Stadia, everything's pretty much all card. You're gonna get some free games. Like I know we're getting Destiny 2 with Stadia, but I don't think they've actually said of what else you'll get with that. But with Xbox, there's like hundreds of games on Game Pass. All they have to do is say like, hey, with your xCloud subscription, you get, if there's even an xCloud subscription, it might just be part of Xbox Live Gold. I don't know. But, Game Pass, for $10 a month, you get access to hundreds of games, whereas $10 a month with Stadia, you just get access to their service and then the occasional free game. They really didn't go super deep into that part of it. They just kind of said Destiny 2 for now, but I don't know. I'm sure they'll add more to that. I almost feel like Assassin's Creed Odyssey would have to be one of the games because that game is the one all the time. So.
From what I saw, is you have to buy games on Stadia.
Right, that's right. Subscription, and you still have to buy games to a degree, but like anything that's on Game Pass, yeah. Like for instance, like when Halo Infinite comes out or whatever, you'll probably have to buy Halo. Well, no, because that's on Game Pass. So that's like all their first party games you're gonna get with a $10 subscription. It's just I don't know, and that kind of seems like they did that on purpose with xCloud in mind. Kind of like, we're putting the first party games because once we launch this xCloud thing, that'll be a big deal. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Just to me, it's like even if you were like someone that didn't have an Xbox or Stadia or anything really, and you're like, I want to start, I want to get a game service, Stadia or xCloud. I don't know why you wouldn't go xCloud because it seems like it's just better value. Now, granted, we don't know all the details, so we'll see. But I don't know. Just from on the surface, it kind of seems like why would you ever even do Stadia?
Yeah.
Unless you just were really like in the Google ecosystem and said, I want to support Google, but
Josh.
Yeah, Josh. Wherever the hell you are, Mexico or
he's home, dummy.
I'm not even home right now.
Yeah, you're in some
right, so anything else about Stadia before we get to our predictions? Because I'm ready to go. Oh, by the way, it's got to have been 10 minutes by now.
No, we changed it. We changed it to 20, remember, because you're doing giant.
Oh, okay.
I'll change it back to 10. You have 2 minutes before your next one, and then we'll change it back to 10.
Yeah, after this.
Okay.
In the middle. Let's be fair about it.
All right.
Is this because my wife said don't kill him?
She's like,
probably us wanting, concerned about your well-being, and you dying.
Or you just don't want like the second half of the predictions to be like, Xbox is gonna give me a free Xbox because I'm cool. Woo!
That's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah, probably. All right, so nothing more about Stadia. We're all good there?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so predictions for E3 2019. So last year we kind of did each conference, but E3 is kind of strange this year. There's no Sony. EA is really not having a conference. They're just kind of having their streams for each of their games kind of thing. So what we did this year instead is we each just made 5 predictions. And we're just going to go, in a circle basically, and do them one at a time. So I guess let's get right into it. How do we want? Who wants to go first? Do you want to do it alphabetical? Do we want to do it?
Do it the way we did for a second ago. Wait, for the
Brandon, and then Tony, and then me, and then Justin, and then
okay. All right, Brandon.
Okay.
Start us off. Give us a good one.
All right. So I feel like it's hard to do predictions these days because there's all these rumors coming out that are probably going to be true.
Yeah,
and
right.
So, I have no idea if this is actually going to happen or not, but I was just like, whatever, fuck it, I'll just say it. So I'm going to say, obviously we have some idea that they're going to Microsoft is going to show their new console, right? So basically, my first prediction is that considering how important Halo is to Microsoft, Halo Infinite will be given a release date, which will be the same date as the console itself.
So you think we'll get the console date itself at the show?
Yes, and along with so basically it'll be like another trailer for Halo Infinite.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing probably substantial, but it'll be given a date, and then at the same time they'll introduce the new console for it.
It's a dangerous game.
I like that.
Dangerous game.
I have something similar but not the same. So I'll it's my boldest one. I'll just start with it when I get to mine, but
Okay.
that's interesting. I like that. I do agree that Halo Infinite will be a launch title for that console.
That part of the prediction is now bold, but getting the date for the
that I'm saying that they'll both release the dates for both of them. Yeah.
All right, so Justin, string time.
Oh.
Do not make a big shot like that. Stop.
You already pre-made it.
Big half.
He made it smaller. It was smaller.
Does not.
How big is this cup actually, compared to?
It looks like just like a whiskey glass. Yeah.
Yeah, whiskey glass because I couldn't find a shot glass.
That's not.
He's not really doing a shot. He's making a bomb.
That's
So
true.
probably most of that's Red Bull.
I'll
but-
make it a little smaller because
That's true. It's not a full. I guess it's mixed. I don't know.
yeah. Although
that
drinking that much Red Bull is probably not good for you either. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, nice.
well, you only have 15 minutes though.
Right.
Tony, your first one.
Live on Fanboy 4, Justin dies.
Exactly. Passed out and
Facebook will let it ride. Let it ride.
right.
Jesus. All right. So my first prediction, which this is not a bold one because I think other people said it. My prediction is Nintendo will show up during the Microsoft press conference in some form.
Motherfucker.
So whether that be Shigeru Miyamoto pops up or they just show like, oh, Game Pass is on Switch now.
Do they have a new American?
I got more elaborate to that, so I'll save that for later.
That's something you're getting into. Because what's his name recently retired, right?
Reggie.
Yes.
Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Now it's something Bowser. I forget his first name.
Doug Bowser.
Wait.
Okay.
Yeah. So wait, Justin, you have a prediction that's based around that?
Yes, I'll give you that prediction. It's not going to be an official prediction, but my thing was that Nintendo's is going to show up at Microsoft conference, or Phil Spencer, head of Xbox, will be on their direct, and they will reveal that Game Pass is coming to Nintendo Switch, and also they will tease an announcement for Banjo-Kazooie coming to Smash Brothers. Everyone's been clamoring about it. Like, there's 4 more DLC characters that are coming before February. Phil Spencer's already said that he would be fine with it. So I kind of feel like once he put that out in the system like last year, that I wouldn't be surprised if like Nintendo's like, okay, we've been working kind of with Microsoft. We'll throw Banjo in there. But that's not going to be an official one now. I got something else I'm going to do.
So on that, I did see a rumor or, something about E3 where somebody said that they thought something like that would happen, but instead of Banjo-Kazooie, it would be Master Chief.
Ooh.
Would be
cool.
going to Smash Brothers, which would be pretty cool. So it would be pretty cool if they do something, like Brandon said, they show Halo Infinite, and then right after that, they've got Nintendo coming out and talking about Xbox and Smash, and then showing him as a character.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be pretty cool.
Very cool.
Master Chief comes out with a Switch in his hand.
And I think they've already got like a decent character mold for him. They could just kind of Metroid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like they have Snake too. Like they have characters like that.
Yeah.
All right. So wait, so Justin, you have a prediction you want me to go?
Here, let me do mine before you guys take all mine. Okay. So this one I'm going to get a little bit deep because I have like 10 bullet points to back this up. This is a bold prediction, but I believe it so heavily that if it doesn't happen, I will be lied to.
Don't make it. I was about to say, just don't make a bet on yourself. Don't do that.
Oh no,
okay. I'm good. This will be a bet. I guarantee I'll say this and seems like, nope, you're a fucking idiot, and I'm going to do it. So here we go. The next gen console will be announced for spring of 2020.
Want to bet? I will bet you right now.
Bet. Call it a bet.
All right, that's it. I'm going to add it to the bet sheet right now. So spring 2020.
Spring 2020. Here's why. So
he's not crazy.
This gen, they launched the same time as PS4. Didn't go so hot. Granted, that was not necessarily because of anything other than the fact that they had a really terrible messaging and all the other stuff. But the generation before that, 360 launched a whole year before the PS3 and had a whole year head start. So I think what they're going to try and do is a similar strategy where they launch in spring. Fact is also, they've been talking about next-gen consoles since last E3. All those details leaked about there being 2 SKUs and all the other stuff at last E3. So it's been a year since then. And then we still got, over 6 months until almost 9 months, actually, until spring of next year. Nintendo Switch proved that a spring launch can work really well. Nothing's like spring is becoming the new like October, November in a way. Like there's 2 now. There's like the holiday season, and then it's like, okay, recover from the holiday season, and now here's a bunch of stuff going on in spring. Because actually PlayStation has employed that strategy themselves with their games. So I also feel like they don't have to worry about Sony this year. So Microsoft would love that mic drop moment of like, oh, hey, so our console, this is it. This is kind of the specs. This is Maybe they'll give a name of the console. I don't know. I'm sure they won't reveal everything, but they'll be like spring 2020, and everyone will be like, wait, what? It's coming that soon? And the other thing, too, this is really interesting. There is no Forza at E3 this year. There has been a Forza at E3 every year this generation until this year. Why is that? Because it's going to launch with the launch of the new console, Forza Motorsport 7 or 8, where I don't know what they're at right now. Why would there not be a Forza in September, or October, whatever it's been every single year of this generation? It's because it's a launch title game for the spring. Let's see, what else am I missing?
This is all one prediction?
This is all just the details of why this is true.
Also,
that's the thing. Other than Gears 5 and Ori, there's nothing on the docket for the next year, over a year. So it's there's nothing, they don't have Sony has 3 good games that are coming out that they said are PS4 games, with Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us 2, and
Death
Stranding. We know Death Stranding's November. Last of Us will probably be, I'm guessing, spring of next year, and maybe Ghost of Tsushima is maybe later spring or maybe early fall next year, September next year, before the launch of the PS5. So they got exclusive, but Microsoft has nothing. Everything they have, Halo Infinite, they've already said. All the rumors are pointing that that's a next gen game. So hold on, am I missing anything else? Also, that's the last point. Doing this is a good idea for them because it gives them flexibility when the PS5 launches, that if they want to do a bundle or adjust their price or do anything to be more competitive when PS5 launches. Plus, there's going to be people that just want to get in, there's people that don't care if it's a PS4 or a PS5 or next Xbox. They don't care what it is. If it's the next gen console, if it's the most popular, the best tech, they're just going to buy it. There's just tech people that aren't really one side or the other. So I don't know. To me, I just think it just makes too much sense. So I think that, yes, the next gen Xbox will launch spring of 2020. Here, for our bet, it will not launch holiday season 2020 there, because maybe it'll come late, May or June, but it'll definitely be before September. It'll be before September 1st that console will launch.
All right, let me. What'd you say, Tony?
You think it'll be before Sony's console?
Yes, I think. Well, Sony's already said that theirs will not be out before the fiscal year, which I think for them ends in May or April, maybe.
April 1 is usually fiscal year for people.
Yeah, so they've already said that. The thing is, for Sony, they just started talking about PS5. Xbox has been kind of talking and teasing and kind of saying oh yeah, it's coming, it's coming. And the thing is, for Microsoft, why do they want to stay in this gen? They want to move on to the next thing, because as soon as they do, it's it starts over. Okay, well, here we go. Because everything been building. I said this on our last show last year, is every Game Pass and all the stuff they've been doing, Xbox Live and all this stuff, and xCloud has all been building towards next gen. So they've been talking about it for already a year. Why would they wait a whole another year and a half to get to it? Now, granted, what they could do, and where I could be wrong, is that xCloud is the big thing that's launching, this fall or next spring. And that's going to be the big launch, and then they're going to have the next-gen console end of next year. That could be really where I get bit in the ass and lose this bet. But I don't know. I just feel maybe it's also just part of me just wants this to be what it is, but I don't know.
That's definitely what it is.
I look at a lot of stuff, and the one thing that's just so weird to me is the Forza thing. It's why is there no Forza this fall? There's always a Forza. There's been a Forza since it was Forza Motorsport, I think 4 or 5 is what launched with it. And then it was Horizon 2, and then it was 6, and then 7. And it's what, all of a sudden, all these years, there's been a Forza game in the fall, and all of a sudden now there's not. It's I don't know. To me, that's just super strange. And I feel it would just be a way for them to be yeah, guess what? Mic drop, boom. Here we go.
I mean, if yours is true, then mine's not so bold either.
Right. When you said that, I was worried you'd be yeah, and it'll be spring. I was son of a bitch, I quit.
Wow.
I kind of made a counter prediction to that, but go ahead, Steven.
All right.
Go, Steven.
So I'll just make a small one for Xbox. I didn't make too many for Xbox, but
I tried not to, just because I figured it'd be too easy.
So for Xbox is going to announce 2 or more new studio acquisitions this year.
Whoa!
In addition to what they had last year. 2 new ones. They could be small. They could be whatever. They're going to 2 or more new game studios to the Xbox They have a name for it, but Xbox Studios,
Xbox
I think is what they
Studios,
call it.
yep.
Yeah, so they're going to be add two new ones to that. Is my prediction. That's probably my smallest one. But all right, so Tony, what's your counter prediction?
That's possible.
Yeah,
but it's also not like guaranteed. Like there's definitely
We'll see.
You want the counter one?
Yeah, I want to take your counter one while we're so fresh on that.
This is not my 2, 3, 4, 5. This is an extra one. I can see Sony waiting for Microsoft to announce. So say they announce spring. I can see Sony saying, okay, we're going to release in spring also. We're going to launch with Ghost of Tsushima and Last of Us. It's going to be a cross-gen. So it'll be on PS4 and PS5. And they'll do a thing where it's like, if you buy it on PS4, it's a free upgrade to the PS5 version. And then if you buy the PS5 version, it's just the PS5 version.
right.
That I think, because then you get people will buy it on. If people don't have a PS5 yet, they'll just buy it knowing that they can upgrade it for free. And then people buy PS5, they'll just get it. Because those games look, especially Ghost of Tsushima, that game looks a little too good.
Yeah.
It looks a little too good to be.
See, the thing is, I think they'll do that anyways, but they'll just do it when they launch in fall. And I think that they'll launch. This is not one of my predictions because PlayStation isn't there, so I didn't make this. But I also think that it's going to launch with Horizon Zero Dawn 2. There's the one person, I forget her name. She played also the main character in Battlefront 2 story mode, Javina something or
Gachakar or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. She's in that, and she's made a comment about Horizon 2, and everyone's like, "Wait, that's not announced." She's like, "Oh, oops," kind of like, "Ooh, didn't you say that?"
So, does anybody have a prediction regarding price of either of the new consoles?
No.
I think that Xbox will come in at 500.
Okay, so my question was
the main one, because there's supposedly two SKUs. There's the streaming only and the regular.
So my question is then, do you guys think that the PS5 and whatever the regular, like the main new Xbox, do you think they're going to be the same price?
I think 500.
Yeah,
I think
500.
I think they would like to keep it stay at 400, but I'm living in the real world. If given what they can do, because we both can assume they both can be equal. At power wise, they'll probably be
really close. Right.
Close. I don't think they could get away with 400. I can live with 500, given what it could probably do.
Yeah.
Given how the Pro was 400 and the one the X was 500, I can live with 500. I can live with anything above. If you get to 6, like the PS3 was it? I know that they can't do that. 500.
The other thing to consider is that supposedly Xbox also has the xCloud only SKU, which will probably be like 100 to 150. And with Google announcing that their thing's 130 for that Founders Edition, I would not be shocked at all if they try to undercut that and like be like 120 or 150.
Well, no. So that 130 is only the Founders Pack.
Right.
That's it. That's not including. So the controller itself for Stadia is 70. And I don't think they announced what the pricing was for the actual service itself.
They said $9.99 a month.
Okay, so $120. So $190 a year is what you're paying for Stadia, with the controller.
Milk?
So,
let me ask you a question, Stephen.
What's up?
Do you think, because a lot of the video game podcasts I listen to, they kind of mention this. Do you think this gen the game prices will go up? Because people like with the whole loot boxes, spending money, all that stuff, the development's expensive and everything. Do you think the prices will go up? Because we've been in for a while.
For games, I don't think so.
Yeah, me neither.
You
I don't think games can. I think what's going to happen is you're going to get more special editions, gold editions, deluxe editions, where you get things. As an example, for Shadowkeep, for $60 you can buy the digital deluxe edition, which gets you some extra cosmetics, but it's $20 more than the regular version. So I think
that comes with the annual pass or like the season pass.
Yeah, the season pass.
Okay, so it comes with that too. But I'm saying
4.
Yeah, you're still. I think it's still going to be 60 for normal games, especially Nintendo. Nintendo's not changing their prices at all.
Yeah, I know.
And then, but I feel like Sony and Xbox games will be 60 still.
Because I think they might wait. Because when you really think about it, you probably pay for like at the end of the day, a year you'll probably pay $90 for a game. You say 60 and then 30, 40 for whatever the
DLC
Please
stuff.
do not tell me and Justin's wives about how much we've spent in Fortnite.
they're not wild.
How about Melissa spent in Fortnite?
True.
So many more games are
Oh,
coming
she spent way less than me. I remember I did some math and I was like, oh, it's in the hundreds. I've really messed up on that one.
What were you saying, Brandon?
I'm now just saying, like, so many more games, like, are coming out with things to buy in game now, like Fortnite and.
Oh, bitch.
I don't know. I think people are getting very fickle. Like you hear some people complaining about loot boxes. People are getting very fickle about that. I think they just gave you a straight up price of like, all right, we're raising the price $70, and then
No.
maybe an annual pass is like 30 or 40.
No. See, those in-game purchases are like what makes
That's
profit.
But then
That's what you're going to see more of. Is you're going to see a $60 game, but then you're going to see every game is going to try and get away from the loot boxes, and they're going to have direct purchases, similar to what obviously we play Destiny, similar to what Destiny has just done, where they have a store that's mostly real life purchase, like real life cash purchases for cosmetic.
Yeah, actually, there's not actually a loot box you can buy for this season. The new stuff, the old stuff, yes, you can buy the year one stuff, but there's like the new stuff they added. You can't actually buy like a loot box for that.
Right.
You only can buy it directly in the store, or through Bright Dust as it cycles through, which is in-game currency.
This won't happen either, but if anything, like you could like see them maybe lowering the price like $10 and then just having more in-game purchases.
I don't know.
Because like look at Fortnite. It is literally it's a free to play game,
but it's the most highest grossing game
ever.
Look at Destiny. They're going free to play too.
Yeah.
Shadowkeep is a standalone content. You don't have to get it if you don't want to. You could just play the season.
I don't know if that'll work for every.
No, it won't. But
obviously, like because there's still those story-driven games that don't necessarily need don't have stuff like or don't have that kind of stuff. But maybe they'll have like few like cosmetic details and stuff like that you can purchase. Like I know, does God of War have any stuff like that?
No,
no,
I can't pay for anything.
So I mean, like, I don't know. I guess that's more on the studio handle than the.
I don't know.
The platformers themselves and stuff like that.
I don't know, man. Because I feel like I don't know. I feel like because at some point they all can't do like what Fortnite does. They all can't do like
a system as a game as a service.
Yeah, and I feel I don't because I can't remember why they went from 50 to 60. It feels like so long ago.
That is definitely long ago.
Hey, anybody who's younger, games used to be $50, and then they used to be more expensive when like Nintendo, like the old days, they used to be like 70 or 80.
80, some of them were even 100. I remember.
Expensive.
I remember in N64 there was a game. I remember begging my parents for it was like $100. I forget what game it was.
Yeah. I don't
maybe it was like Perfect Dark or something. Like came with like the expansion pack or something like that. But
yeah, I feel like nobody ever really when they went from 50 to 60. I feel like I don't even remember really caring. It was like okay. I feel
so
go ahead.
The other thing with that is you get Game Pass for $10 a month, and you get access to all those games. I don't know if you raise the price of regular games. Obviously, it would only say, like you said, Tony, $70. People still see, oh my God, price raise. Why even buy that game? I'll just go play all these good games on Game Pass. So I feel like raising the price would be wouldn't go over well.
The other thing is that I think that you won't see like AAA games or like major publisher games go up any more than $60. But what I could see is like indie games. Maybe instead of being like 10 to 20, they'll be like 15 to 30. I'm already kind of seeing that with some like newer games. They're like a little more expensive than I remember them being. Like maybe a couple of years ago they would have been like $15. Now they're like 20 or 30. I'm trying to like Katana Zero. I think was one I was like, oh, I'll get that. It's probably only like $10, and it was like 20 or 30 or something.
20.
Yeah.
Tony bought it, so.
I bought that game.
So all right. So
go ahead.
in the interest of my health, can we move around too, please? Brandon, second prediction.
With the try to finish out although I do have one Microsoft one. All right, so I'm gonna say Microsoft comes out with 5 brand new IPs.
Are we talking like AAA or indie? Are we talking about?
I'm gonna say,
Ori, like we're talking like Ori level and Gears level, or we're talking mix and match.
Just be bold. I'll just say AAA.
They have 4.
Whoa!
4 new AAA IPs.
Yeah.
I mean,
4?
No, 5. I said
5 new AAA IPs.
Weed, man.
Well,
Brand's not crazy because they got.
Let's
just say that Steven's right in his prediction where they had what 3
2 or more studios. Yeah.
That adds on to what like
Ninja Theory,
6 they just announced last year.
Oh, they have Obsidian too.
Yeah.
All right. So with your 5 thing. So on May 30th, Phil Spencer sent out a tweet saying that Xbox would have 14 Xbox Game Studio games shown at E3.
Yeah.
That includes Gears 5. That includes Halo. Trying to think what else would that show.
It includes Obsidian's game that's not exclusive. It's the Outer Worlds. It's kind of like a Fallout-like game. So that'll probably be there.
Okay.
So
that leaves
that's not exclusive.
Minecraft.
right.
Minecraft. Oh, yeah, I've got Minecraft.
If you would have said 3, I would have been like, okay, but 5 is bold, and that's why I like it.
That's why.
So let's just stick with the AAA or this. Let's just say from Microsoft Studios or Xbox Game Studios, there will be 5 new IPs announced. That's the best way to put it.
How far an announcement? We talking about like a title, a trailer, or like we talk. If it's Microsoft Studios title,
that's probably going to be a wide range. Like I could see maybe like 2 like trailers, not gameplay or anything like that, and then maybe like
3 announcements.
Yeah.
So question: there is a rumor that Fable is going to get like a reboot. Would that count? Because it's not technically a new IP.
Oh,
that's the guys who doing Forza. They got the team.
Shut up, Justin. Let him. Why are you bringing shit up?
Here's to give him a positive thing. There was one game that leaked already from the people that from Ninja Theory that leaked today. That they're making a new IP. So there's one. So if that's true, you got one already.
Yeah, I like it. I like the bold prediction.
I like it. I think you're going to come short, but I like it.
Honestly, I hope it happens.
Yeah,
like I really hope it happens.
Yeah. Like there's so many predictions already, so many rumors that leaks. Like
I like it.
Like might as well just
go for broke. There's nothing's on the line.
Yeah.
Unless you're me. I already got one.
Yeah, we don't make bets over here.
Yeah.
All right, Tony.
All right. So my next 2 are bold as shit. Actually, my next 3 are bold as fuck. All right, number 2. Sony and Microsoft will announce that all games will be cross-play enabled, and it's up. They will leave it up to developers to do it.
Whoa!
Asterisk at the bottom. This means that Sony will not block. They will not block any game that wants to do cross-play. So
that's very bold.
That's very bold.
That's super
so
I will say right now, as of now, they've for Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the one that's coming out. They said cross-play.
Yep, it is cross-play. Yep.
And it's assumed that it's legit Fortnite cross-play.
Yep, it is. Yep. I've heard at least. Yeah.
If they let Call of Duty, we can all say it's not as big as it used to be, but that is one of the biggest games of the year. That is a
if you look at sales numbers, they're always top 5 every year. I feel like
if they
even now for us, there's like an afterthought, but yeah.
If they can, I feel like they slid on them at this point, there should be no reason to not let anybody else do it.
It's not like the technology isn't there. It's that Sony chooses not to do it.
Yeah, because Rocket League even said like all it is for them is like literally a hit of a switch.
Yeah,
and they can do it. I mean, they're kind of it's probably hyperbole a little bit, but it's basically the point was like it takes nothing for us to actually enable this. It's just like we just have to get permission.
Yeah, and I think that so I'm not gonna go too deep because I'm releasing my 3rd prediction.
Yeah,
I feel like Sony can use this as like so we're not at E3, but we can just kind of at any point just like, you know what, anybody can do cosplay right now. It's just get your shit together.
So Sony's not there as their own thing, but they will have a presence. Like they've got stuff they want to announce, but they don't have to have their own conference for it.
Because like I know people would be like, oh well, duh, they should be doing that. I think if they just announce it like that, people will still be like, that's fucking awesome. They won't. It's kind of like Yeah, it kind of be like you should be doing this, but even when you announce it, it's like, okay, that's cool.
I have a thought on that, and I don't want to say it just because in case it's somebody else's prediction, but I'll get back to the crossplay thing and your idea, but I'll wait to see your other predictions.
Yeah, because my other one.
I'm gonna hold off. I don't want to ruin anybody else's.
Yeah, it relates.
Thunder. So on that, so let me get to my next one. It has something to do with Sony too. Is that so? Sony isn't going to be at E3, but my prediction is that we're going to get 2 new Sony game trailers that drop in the E3 timeframe. So whether it's just literally Sony tweeting it out, posting it on Facebook or whatever, we're going to get 2 brand new Sony games that have not been talked about before, trailers for those in E3's like, tomorrow through Wednesday type thing.
Are these PS5 games or PS4 games?
I'm not making a prediction on those, but I'm saying 2 new games that we have not seen before.
Okay.
So that could be like a Horizon Zero Dawn 2 mini trailer or, something. So it could be a game that's been like announced or known, but nothing that's been shown before.
Okay.
Interesting.
So, yeah. So, Justin, I'm going to hear your next prediction, and then I'm going to go make myself another drink.
I'm gonna go pee.
So, I just realized we're on 2-5. All right. So anywho, finishing up round 2. So there was kind of a leak. Well, not really a leak, just like Ubisoft doing as Ubisoft does and accidentally revealing something on their Uplay store. They put up a little like gray image, like a placeholder image with the description that said Ubisoft Pass. And I think what that is a subscription service just like EA Access, but unlike EA Access and consoles, it will be a 2-tier thing. So there'll be 2 price points. One price point will be you'll be access to kind of like their version of the Vault, older games, stuff they add to it, maybe some discounts. But then there'll be a premium tier. So let's just say the prices aren't the part of the prediction. Well, fuck it. It doesn't matter. I think it'll be like $5 a month for just like the Ubisoft Pass regular. And there'll be a premium tier where you get every single game that comes out from them that's published by them day and date. Or maybe even early, I don't know. But you'll get the full version of every game that so when Watch Dogs Legion comes out, you'll get that. The next Assassin's Creed, just kind of like how EA Access is on PC. And that'll be like $10 a month or maybe $15 a month. But I feel like there's going to be 2 tiers and there's going to have their subscription service. They've already kind of hinted that they want to do that. And I kind of feel like most publishers, the bigger ones, are going to have one of those. And then just to kind of put a little spice on this, I know EA's play thing is really there's no like announcements, like they're not having a conference, but at some point during tomorrow's event, and I think they're doing it also on Sunday, they will announce that the PC version of EA Access is also coming to consoles where you can pay for EA Access Premium, or I think it's Premier it's called.
You're talking about the Origin Premier?
Yeah, Origin Premier and Access, it'll be called EA Access. Yeah. Because it just came to PS4, so now they kind of have it on both consoles. I think that they'll bring that, so now you'll be able to pay more money a year, but you'll get, Madden when it comes out, you'll get FIFA when it comes out, you'll get NHL when it comes out, you'll get, Jedi Fallen Order when it comes out, you'll get all that stuff just like it is on PC right now. Because I think one of the biggest things from the Anthem launch that people complained about was like, okay, so if I have this subscription, I get it on this day, and if I have it on this, I get it on this day, and there was just so much weird with that launch. That a lot of people complained about that, and I think they're going to be like, all right, let's get parity on every platform we're on, and they'll announce it. Because I know that there's like a little 15-minute window at the beginning of EA Access streams. It's called like the countdown to EA Play, where I'm thinking like they could announce something like small like that. Because that's not really like a huge announcement, but it's like big enough to where they could be like, oh, here's this. So that's what I think we'll get.
So if that does come out, Justin, would you buy that from Ubisoft?
For both.
You mean buy Ubisoft and EA?
Uh-huh. Because like Madden, like here's the thing, I probably will not buy Jedi Fallen Order no matter how good it looks. But if all of a sudden you're like, oh, it's part of the subscription warrant, I also get Madden, I also get,
NHL,
anything, all the other games they have, then I might be like, okay, you know what, that's worth it. Depending on how much it is, obviously. But I think right now it's like $15 a month. Or like it's way cheaper if you buy it for like a year. So, I mean, I'm already spending the money on the EA Access, so to pay more and be like, oh, I get that. And Ubisoft just has so many good games that's like, It's just for me. It would be. I don't. The thing is, that's how I think that's going to be a big trend in the next gen. Is I'm sure Bethesda will eventually have one. I'm sure Square will have one eventually. Sony already has PS Now, but I'm sure they'll expand on that as well. So I don't know. I feel like that's going to be like the thing. It's going to be kind of like Netflix and Hulu and Amazon Prime Video and like where all these different things are where you can get shows. And it's going to be the same thing with games. Yeah. But I think Ubisoft is definitely going to announce on Monday, and then they're going to expand on the EA access for consoles.
If EA did that, I would definitely do the EA one. Ubisoft, I'd have to take a look at.
It's like it depends how much it is. Is that the timer?
Yep.
Jesus, this timer's going real quick. All of a sudden.
I have it set for 15 minutes. So, all right. Well, Tony did that. I'm going to reset the timer. I'm going to go make a drink, and then we'll get to round 3.
Okay. Quick Destiny interlude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So something we didn't mention earlier about Destiny is no more exclusives going forward. That is literally the best thing ever.
Yeah, that's so nice. And then I'm assuming we'll get all the ones that September, like with Shadowkeep, all the now exclusives will be available for everyone, right? I believe.
I would assume. That's kind of what I just felt. I felt like they didn't like explicitly say it, but I'm sure that's because that's when that all ends.
Yeah,
I think it's like year exclusive or whatever. So
now that I think about it, I think they did say because like remember when the Wave Splitter like accidentally was.
Oh yes, you're right. Yes,
it would become available September for everyone. I think so. I assume everything else as well.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just excited to go back to the moon.
Yeah, and it looks like we'll be visiting some familiar spots. Just
like different now though. Yep. Did you hear that?
Yeah, what was that?
That's one of Phoenix's toys. It is literally up on a shelf. No one's near it. No one touched it. It does it like every night, and it literally is like haunted by a ghost.
It's not. Is it like supposed to be like motion censored or like?
Yeah, there's buttons on it, and I think there's maybe a motion sensor. I don't know. It's so creepy. It's not like it does it like all the time at random intervals. It's just like every night. Usually, also like once a night, it'll just be like, "Here we go," and I'm just like, "What the fuck?"
No,
by a phantom.
Where are we supposed to be going?
Here we go to Murder Town. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of like stills posted from the Vidoc.
Yes.
One thinks that the new like the darkness are actually shown in it. I don't know if that one that is still.
What do you think about the finishing moves?
I think
I gotta see it. Like I gotta see it because like how it's actually gonna work. Because it's like at first when I saw it, I was like, "Wait, what?" Because there was one still where they show this like big ogre and like this, like the hunter does like the spinning thing with the knives, and he just knocks the ogre in the next week, and I'm like, "All right, that looks a little cheesy."
Well, here's what I will say: Brandon and I both had an awesome reaction when that happened when we were watching it. We were both like, "What? Yes!"
I know, same thing. I was in my truck and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, holy shit.
I kind of want to know, like, do we have to weaken the enemy, or is it like a charged, like melee type thing?
Right. But I'm wondering if it's going to be like almost like a quick time event. Is what I'm assuming. Like you'll get an enemy down, like when you get close enough, it'll be like hit this button to like finish move, and then like.
I don't know if it'll be a quick time. I think it's going to be a charged melee, like Brandon said.
That's probably true. That's probably. Like, what other button can they throw it on though?
They couldn't. I think it's going to be a charged melee.
Oh, it'll be like this. It'll just be the melee
You
button.
just have to hold the melee button, and then.
I guess they are all melees. That makes sense.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to
might have multicast interlude. We're back to round 3 now. A long defunct podcast.
Yeah. Back to Brandon.
Back to Brandon.
So I'm gonna keep up with the Ubisoft. I made this prediction last year, but I'm gonna do it again anyways. Ubisoft announces a new Splinter Cell game with Michael Ironside on stage. I think this is like a perennial like prediction.
An Xbox exclusive.
Yeah.
Just like the original one. I was kidding. No, I agree. I think because I think it was last year they had like a Ghost Recon, like I don't know if it was the DLC or just some kind of like event, and Sam Fisher was in it with Michael Ironside.
Yeah.
So I mean, it seems like And then
I've
John
seen-
Bernthal too was in the Wildlands DLC. Now they're doing that. The next Ghost Recon game is coming out this year is with him. So
Yeah, there's been rumors that I've seen too, Brandon, about Splinter Cell being.
Yeah, but I feel like that was a common thing last year too.
Yeah. I think it's mostly just people hoping for it.
I just don't see how they couldn't be doing it. It's like one of their biggest franchises they own. It's like,
although I guess, what's his name? When was he added to? Oh no, I'm thinking of Snake. I'm sorry.
When was he added to what?
Smash Bros.
He's been for years.
Yeah, but I was thinking of the wrong person. Sorry.
Yeah. I like it.
Tony. I'm really feeling it. Leave me alone. You gotta forget, I'm also drinking vodka lemonade. I probably should be drinking water.
Things.
God damn it. All right. Number 3. Epic or Microsoft will announce a universal app that allows all systems to have a common chat or communication system between all the consoles and PC.
Excellent.
Now, that's kind of...
You know that Discord is already a thing, right?
No, I mean, I'm saying, like, if I'm on my console, if I'm on my PS4, there is an app on it that will allow me just to chat with you guys without... I think in Fortnite, because next thing when we did it, it cuts us off during the loading.
Yes.
Right.
If you're in game chat, it cuts you off for loading.
Yeah. There will be an outside app that on the console that we can all just chat without it breaking any communication. Anything.
Yeah.
So you're saying like Discord, but like an official.
Yeah.
Funny enough is that there was a rumor this week that Microsoft is going to kind of switch gamer tags to be more like Discord, where you can kind of switch it on the go and do other stuff. Microsoft, I feel like what they're trying to do is take the best versions of all this stuff and be like, yeah, we're just going to take it and do it our way.
Whatever. I like that.
Me too. I do too. It's kind of like they're not ashamed to be like, yeah, you made a great system. We're going to steal it now. Thanks.
I like that.
Is it me? No, it's Steven.
It's me. All right. So I'm going
to go on. One thing, Tony, that would actually be really good with the whole, like, we all kind of, I think, agree that crossplay is going to become like a bigger thing as we go forward. Mm-hmm. You almost feel like you need like a party chat for everyone, because like right now, like I don't know about you guys, like I don't like just being in game chat. Even when I'm like alone, I'll just like start a party chat because I don't want to talk to like random people. Mm-hmm. So like if you had like Discord, be like, oh, so Tony's playing say Fortnite on PlayStation, and you know, say Josh happened to be online, we're gonna play Fortnite with him for some reason. He had a PC version, and like me and Galv were on Xbox. We could all chat together without limitations, because I guess like you said, there's limitations on just the game chat for Epic. I don't know. I've never actually used it, but that's from what you guys are saying. It sounds what it sounds like. So
yeah.
All right, so Steven, your thing.
My what?
I was gonna say your destination, but that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Oh, God. All right. So my next prediction is going to have to do with the Marvel Avengers game.
Here we go.
So my prediction.
Put your seatbelts on, boys. Here we go.
My prediction, it's not really that bold, is that Square is going to announce that the game is going to be released in March of 2020, and that it's going to be on current gen, but they will have an upgraded version for next gen.
Okay.
And that will be free, obviously, if you buy the regular game.
Can I give you a little factoid I found out about that game?
Oh.
So I guess it won't matter to YouTuber Brandon because he's seen it. I guess apparently the lead designer, the guy who does like the lead who designed like Kratos' like axe throw, apparently works on that game. Has been working with Square, like working on the Avengers game, and they were like in the podcast listening, like, well, I guess you know what superhero he's helped with.
Yeah, Thor for sure.
It's coming back to you.
So in God of War, didn't they like kind of tease Thor a little bit?
I mean, yes,
yes.
Yeah. I mean, because it's Norse mythology, but
right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. But
so that's my prediction is March 2020 for current gen, because obviously that goes into, I don't think that the next gen consoles are coming out until
battle alert. Battle alert.
Did you say battle alert?
I just like battle alert.
What did you say?
That
Bet
game
alert.
is coming out in 2019.
What?
Year of our Lord 2019. It's coming.
Oh, bet alert. Marvel. Okay.
Bet alert.
Justin,
Sorry,
you're not
I'm
crazy.
using my mic. I got this new cover for it, and I thought it would help with me yelling into it, but it's probably not.
So wait.
Justin,
Hold on,
not
let me-
That game will launch by December 31st, 2019, or I'm a loser in the bet category.
So I heard people make jokes of like another game podcast too. They were saying like how they feel like the reason Square hasn't really shown that game yet is because they don't want to get burnt. How they've done with the Final Fantasy 15.
Yep.
Yeah.
It took a decade almost to come out, and like Kingdom Hearts, they were like, I don't think they will show that game unless it is damn near close to ready to just ship.
That's where I'm coming from. I think it's a thing where like this has been in development for like it was like January 2017, I think, is when they like announced that thing. And that's, so I think what it is like there's like they want to kind of do it like what Fallout 4 did, where they're like, here it is, big coming out party at E3, comes out this fall. Like they're gonna want to capitalize on like the Avengers like craze that's going on right now with Endgame, and I'm sure when it comes out on Blu-ray. So that's what my thought is, that it is coming out this year.
So Justin, is that an official bet?
It's an official bet. Here's my hand. Shake, shake, shake.
Justin, they're gonna say January 5th, 2020.
Fucking God, if they do that,
I'm gonna play Kingdom
I'll
Hearts.
buy that game.
All right, well, it's
Swear off that game.
it has been added to the note, so
Yeah, if they also are like it's going to be the first Tuesday of January, I'd be like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not even buying that game. I was all in no matter what it was. No, I'm not buying it.
Kingdom Hearts was what, like January 19th or something?
Yes, Kingdom freaking Hearts. Couldn't delay it another year.
So basically, Square's just fucking over.
Squares, that's the thing. Square's just gonna be like, oh, okay. They actually watch our show. They're like, oh, we're gonna screw this guy over again. He's gonna get real screwed up. So that was your prediction, right, Steven?
Yeah, that was me. So you were on three of three.
Fuck. All right. So I'm gonna do a little bit less bold one. This one's I kind of feel like I've heard it on other podcasts, but I really believe in it. So Metroid Prime 4 either won't be shown or will just get like a really bare bones teaser, CGI trailer. But then Metroid Prime Trilogy will be announced, because in my head, I think it's been like 10 years since Metroid Prime 3. Like that was on the Wii. So it's gonna come, like they need to like catch people up if they're gonna continue that story. So I kind of feel like they're gonna bring that trilogy probably this fall. So I think they said everything they're showing is 2019. So I think it's gonna be September, which is crazy because if you think about it, like you got Animal Crossing that's supposedly Luigi's Mansion, you've got the Pokemon, you got Link's Awakening, you got all this other stuff that's coming this year already. So I don't know where it's going to fit in. So that's the only part where I kind of get a little like, maybe not. So maybe that's why it's bold. But Metroid Prime Trilogy will be announced for the Nintendo Switch on Nintendo's Direct.
Justin, when you first said the Metroid Prime Trilogy, I thought you said the Metroid Prime Trilogy.
The chill?
This is the trilogy.
It's the Netflix and trilogy.
Yeah, it won't just be like the thing is, I think the third one was on the Wii only, and it had like the Wiimote controls. So I think they're gonna have to do something with that. But I don't know if I don't think it'll be like a full on remake. It'll be probably more like a remaster and just kind of adjust the controls and shit. But it's coming, and actually, I really hope it is, because I really want to replay those games because they're one of my favorite game series of all time. So a lot of my predictions, I'm realizing, are things I just want. So
yeah, that's what
I want the Xbox in spring instead of fall, and I really like a Ubisoft subscription service because I really don't feel like spending $6 on Watch Dogs. Oh, Metroid Prime Trilogy, that sounds good. I want that too.
So does anybody else have a Nintendo prediction?
I do.
Nope.
No, actually, I don't anymore because the one got ruined, so I got to use something different.
And Brandon, you don't either?
No.
Yeah, I'm done with Nintendo.
Okay. So then, do you guys think that with the Metroid Prime Trilogy that there's going to be a new Metroid game for Switch that it's announced?
They already announced one.
Sorry, do you think they're going to show it? Like, do you think it'll be shown?
I don't think. I know the developers got.
Yeah, they restarted at the beginning of the year because it went back to the original developers. So I would say that. I mean, if that's true, if they actually like completely start from scratch at the beginning of this year, I could see them like
even a cinematic.
That's like I said, my prediction. Like I could see maybe like a really just bare bones CGI trailer, just like, it's Samus, and oh, here's like her battling some shit, and okay, boom, and then it goes dark, and it's like, that's what we have, that's way down in the future, but for right now, we have this, and then it's like, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's trilogy,
I like how you made a noise for snapping. You couldn't just
do the little switch sound. They do the switch sound in between the. They
it's
go,
a snap.
Yeah, they do a snap, but it's the.
But they snap when they do it too.
Right, but the sound is a snap.
Next.
Are we in round 4 finally? For God's sakes, I'm dying.
Mine's pretty quick because it's pretty much the same as Steven's. I'm just going to add to it. So my said Marvel's Avengers gets a spring 2020 release date, and we get a full gameplay trailer.
I would be absolutely 100% shocked if we don't get gameplay of that game.
Okay.
If it's December, if it's December release, then you should get some gameplay trailer.
What did you show, Gal?
The timer for you to take another drink.
Me.
So Tony or Justin, do you guys have Avengers predictions?
No.
Okay, so then I kind of want to talk about the game because it's one of the bigger ones.
I'll be back.
All right, so he's going. So Tony and Brandon. So what do you think this game is going to be? What type of game do you think this is going to be?
So there's rumors about what it is, right?
Right.
And the rumor said that it's kind of like Destiny, but with superheroes, basically. Right? That's the rumor.
I think so. It's an open world co-op game.
The one way I think it'll be different is loot. I don't think it's going to really have like a real big loot game.
So, I'm interested in is if it's open world and it's like there's a community involved. Is there going to be like multiple Spider-Mans, or are we actually going to have our own character?
Maybe that's what I was going to ask. Do you think it's going to be your own character, and we work with Spider-Man, with Thor, with Captain America, and we can get, I got an upgrade, so I'm going to get Cap's shield, or like
DC Universe kind of.
I don't, because you got the Arkham series where you play as Batman, you have Spider-Man, you play as Spider-Man. I don't think people will want to play as.
Yeah, I think you're going to be certain characters, but I think they're all going to have like their unique skill sets, kind of like Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but it'll be more like a third-person version of Destiny, almost like Division or like even Anthem, where you're the hero and there's like paths and maybe you can get stuff to like they'll have their own skill trees almost. I just don't know what the loop is going to be. That's the only thing I don't really understand. So I can see like transactions like, oh, you can get like the Daredevil pack, you unlock Daredevil in this costume and this,
So I thought about that and like so we're saying it's like Destiny, right? So what could they do as like DLC or a new season or whatever? And my thought was take really popular comic book storylines.
Yep.
Civil War, Secret Wars, Civil War 2, like those types of storylines and put them into the game, have whatever new missions, new factions or whatever it is. I thought that would be pretty cool, but again, you'd have to play as like I am Captain America or whatever. So
I don't know.
I mean, like technically, there's multiple versions of every character in the Marvel multiverse. So I guess they could obviously. I don't know how much they can actually add into the game, but I mean, like they can obviously have different skins and stuff like that for each character.
Yeah,
but the extent of how much they'll have is the question.
I'm just gonna have sloppy. I mean, not sloppy, but how are they gonna be able to make like a cohesive, like story with like, there's 2 Captain Americas. How does that fit in this? Like, just saying, it's like.
Well, so the other thought I have is, how much is it going to be similar to Ultimate Alliance? Whereas if we're playing Ultimate Alliance, I pick Captain America. You can't pick him. You can pick somebody else.
It could be like Overwatch in that way, or like a hero shooter, or even like Apex Legends. Like you pick this character. Well, guess what? Like no one else can be him. Like there you go. Because from what we understand, it's not PvP. It sounds like it's just a PvE like story kind of thing. So it could be a thing where like you join a session and you all pick your characters, and whoever picks that character first, that's who you are, kind of.
I feel like that wouldn't work very well. I mean, like me personally, it's like
if somebody picks Spider-Man for you.
It's like what the hell? Like why play?
Yeah. So Josh said, "I am Groot," which is pretty funny.
God.
So thanks, Josh, for listening.
I feel like it would be more like a Final Fantasy 15-ish kind of game because I'm kind of because Square has not done a online big on. I mean, they have Final Fantasy. Well, they have Final Fantasy Online, but they haven't done like a.
But not a Destiny style game.
When they say Destiny style, do they mean like it's an online? Like, do they mean?
Well, that's I don't think
it's continuous single player. Basically, what they mean seems like it's a game as a service. Basically, like it's basically like you're gonna buy the $60 game, and then like going forward, they're gonna keep building, kind of thing. Like it's like gonna be a service, not a game so much.
So my question for you guys is: would you want that, or would you want a single player story campaign similar to God of War, or similar to PlayStation games?
I want that. That's what I want.
Like I don't know. It's kind of. I mean. Because we already kind of have that in individual games, like we have Spider-Man, Batman. We'll probably have a few more superhero games along the line. So it's like, I guess it would be kind of cool if like all of us could play as our favorite superheroes together, like in a story-driven mission. Like I think that would be pretty cool.
So then, but in that case, it's almost Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
It's just different gameplay type.
Right. It's just different gameplay and better graphics. Yeah. Which, to me, honestly, I would be fine with because I love Ultimate Alliance.
Ultimate Alliance it's all here, like I'm assuming like there's going to be other types of PvE gameplay. It's not just, a story mission. After there'll be a story contained in it, but then after it's over, there's end game content. Like I highly doubt Ultimate Alliance is going to have end game content. It's probably just going to be the main story.
So as an example, you're saying like there could be public events or a raid, Destiny terms.
I could see that more in Ultimate Alliance than I could see in this because Ultimate Alliance is kind of based off of like Diablo.
Yes, it's very Diablo-esque. Yeah.
Diablo is that kind of made the whole raid.
Well, I guess I'm comparing it to how the first two were played. I guess, and that was just
It's a story.
Yeah. But the thing again, they've been working on this game for a long time, so.
I think that's in the sense of like you're in a big open world. You can join up with your friends.
Yep.
And it might be a lineage. It might be a Spider-Man-y kind of. There's missions here. You can fight this dungeons like raids of. We can fight Mole Man. We can fight like Dr. Doom. We can go find him.
Yeah.
So, do you think? Okay, so Marvel's kind of been pushing this like gamerverse thing with Marvel Spider-Man. So technically, the title of the PS4 Spider-Man game is Marvel's Spider-Man.
Right.
This game also just got the title Marvel's The Avenger. Do you think these games are going to be like in the same universe, or do you think it's just like the new thing they're doing with their kind of games?
This is it. This is all for all platforms, right?
Yeah, they can't. Spider-Man's on PS4. You can't make a.
That's kind of where I kind of find the hiccup in that is like. Okay, but then how do you link that together? Like, I guess you could say they're in the same universe, but it's like how still? You still kind of have to explain that, but
yeah, I think part of the Marvel's Avengers thing is it they want to associate
they have to have
with the Avengers that just happened.
Yeah,
possible.
I also feel like they just want their name in there. Like Marvel has to put their name in there because if you just call the game the Avengers, like most people will relate it to Marvel, but. People that don't know about it.
It's free advertising. Really, just be like Marvel's the Avengers. Now it's like, okay, Marvel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Either way, it is pre-ordered day one. It will be bought.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. But my worry is that I'm going to spend a lot of money on it if there's a thing where it's like because there was a leak, not a leak, but like rumors like a year ago. That there was gonna be like, oh, you can buy like the Daredevil pack and the Jessica Jones pack, and and you get that character, and you could, but that's obviously a leak, and it's not, or like a rumor, so it's like there could be nothing to that. But if that's true, I could see that being really expensive.
Tony, is this a game that you are definitely gonna buy, or you need to see more on this?
I need to see more. If it's like a multi, I don't know.
Batman's in it.
If it's like a story-based game, yeah, I'll buy it.
If what you're saying, Tony, you can buy it on PlayStation, and we can play a cross-play. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. They better pray to God Rocksteady isn't making a Justice League game. They better pray to Jesus.
Well, Rocksteady's not going to be there because they
still better pray to Jesus.
Although we can still hold out hope for WB Montreal to bring that Court of Owls games that's been rumored.
So
Day one.
when they first announced the Avengers game, there was a little teaser, right? Where
Teaser was like
it was literally Cap shield on the ground, and there was like a little bit of flames in the background. It's kind of all
and, like
it was.
Thor's hammer, like Mjolnir or whatever, and then like I think it was something from Iron Man maybe, but it was like
Hold on.
That's one of the only reasons why I'm not completely sure we're playing as like major characters.
right.
Yeah.
I'm not
It would
buying
make more like if it's gonna be a Destiny type game, it would make more sense that you were just like kind of like DC Universe or even City of Heroes, where you're like just your own new hero and working alongside the heroes. Because if you're Captain America, that's like I don't know, that's the one part where I kind of get hung up on. I don't know. I'm really excited for that conference, to be honest, just for that game. Because I'm curious, like, what is it? Like, what is it really like? We've heard the rumors, we've seen this, we've seen that, but like, what does it actually look like? And like, what are you doing?
Also, Justin, did you call it Mjolnir?
No, I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Majul?
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir?
Oh goodness, that was great. Yeah, that's
Molnar?
that one. I'm interested to see.
What prediction are we on now?
Round 4.
Round 4 with
Okay.
Brandon.
Brandon, round 4 fight.
I just did it.
Oh yeah, you did just do it.
Oh, Tony.
Tony.
All right. Without saying names, because you all know what this is. My prediction is EA will bring back a game franchise that has not been active within the last 2 to 3 years.
Skate 4?
I swear to fuck. No. I swear to fucking God.
Dead Space?
If I see a Dead Space 4 logo, if I see a logo,
What if it's a Dead Space remake?
I bought all 3 recently on my PS3. I will still buy it on my PS4 if they. Fuck.
So here's
I'm not making that.
You were really making it.
They can hire somebody. I mean,
here's my thought on
but
EA has already announced their schedule. I know that they're going to show a few different, maybe some new things, but I feel like the way that they've been is they're not announcing anything new.
Yeah, I think last year after they had their conference and like 15 minutes of it was that Command and Conquer mobile game. I think they really was like, fine, we're just gonna tell everyone everything we're doing and we're just gonna leave it at that this year. Because the thing is, we're in that weird period where like next gen will be next E3 and this 3 will be kind of current gen. So it's kind of like that weird. So like they're kind of like whatever. We're just gonna float through. The weirdest thing about the EA Play thing is that their financial thing, and they verify this. There's a new Needs for Speed game coming this year and a new Plants for Zombie console game this year, and neither are at their conference or like at their like EA Play.
That's what Microsoft's for.
I guess so, but it's like, don't you want to talk like if like EA like it's June, so it's like when's this Need for Speed game? When are you gonna show this Need for Speed game? Like,
didn't they show the last one at EA? They showed the last one at E3 last year, right? Before it came out.
a couple years ago, yeah. Well, not last year, the year before. That was really Fast and the Furious, kind of like geared.
Can we just talk about
being like, oh, I'm gonna actually play that, and then like never even
Actually bought it on sale. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize. Side note: I didn't realize I've bought every Need for Speed. I was like, oh, I own every current gen and last
I
gen.
think I stopped at Most Wanted.
I stopped at Underground 2. Yeah. Let's just talk about how Anthem is such a doo-doo game now that it's not even going to be at EA. Like last year, our show was Anthem. Like last year, a big thing about our show was Anthem and what was coming out.
It was the main attraction. Like,
yeah,
they had that weird thing where they had like some of the developers on the stage being interviewed by Antry and Renee, and they had like the whole thing. Like at the end of the show, we're gonna have a round table thing with Anthem, and then like they did that, and like now all of a sudden it launched, and it was like rough.
Yeah,
and the thing is, what's sad is the game itself is super fun. It's just like a lot of the quality of life stuff is just not where it needed to be when it launched.
It just wasn't Dead Space 3. I mean, it just wasn't Dead Space. That sounds really
I think the developers who are like all they've ever done is story driven, highly developed characters and like
right.
So you're saying BioWare doing Dead Space 4?
Huh?
BioWare's doing Fuck Dragon Age.
It's not Dragon Age.
Fuck that.
if you think about it, the last two BioWare games, at least critically and like kind of like sales wise, Mass Effect Andromeda and Anthem have not been like up to par. Now the thing is, I like both games, like the actual gameplay of them, but like overall, the general mainstream thought of those games is that they weren't up to usual BioWare standards where you had with like Knights of the Old Republic and Jade Empire and the first Mass Effect trilogy, and it's just kind of crazy, really, when you think about it. Like the EA got their hands on it, and it's kind of like BioWare is just kind of like not been as good for whatever reason.
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
So for EA, does anybody else have an EA prediction?
I do not.
They're
Okay.
also
Other than the
it's
one I
fine.
So
made.
Anthem's obviously bound, right? So EA's next big game is the Star Wars game.
Yeah.
What EA's not going to go anywhere, but what happens if Star Wars bombs? What happens if it comes out and it has a Mass Effect Andromeda or an Anthem thing where it comes out? I know it's a story-based game, but if there's so many bugs and it's terrible, what happens there? Like, what do you guys think?
They,
I
I think the EA will be fine financially because they still have. Apparently, FIFA is. They get a shit.
FIFA's
That is
FIFA's the number one selling game in the world every year.
Yeah, if they don't sell any other games, FIFA will sustain them. And then you have Madden.
Yeah,
so,
Madden.
Right.
so I think they'll get. While Justin's doing that, I think that the license taken away. I think Disney would take it away from.
Quick update. I'm out of this, so I'm gonna switch to Vodka.
Oh God. So Tony, you said that you think that some things are going to start taking their licenses away from EA.
I think they'll end up doing what they're doing with Marvel, of like just here you go. I think that would be better for Star Wars.
I thought didn't Disney reopen Lucas?
Yes.
Would they?
Lucas Art or is it Lucasfilm?
Honestly, if Jedi Fallen Order isn't up to snuff, I would not be shocked if there's not another Star Wars EA game.
Yeah.
Like other than like the ones they already have, and they're doing like maybe expansions for the existing stuff. But
I highly doubt we see a new Battlefront ever. Actually.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, so
I got it. Can I throw a bonus prediction in there?
throw it in there.
Do it.
This is not for E3, but in the next no. At some point within the next 2 years, we'll get a Rogue Squadron game done by the people who do Need for Speed.
That would be freaking great.
Okay. The Rogue Squadron games were literally the flight games, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So they were done by the team.
Almost like Star Fox. That's kind of.
Did you play Battlefront 2, Tony?
I know you can do vehicle. I know you can do vehicle stuff, but
Well, I'm asking because the space battles in Battlefront 2 are actually super good and really fun.
I almost feel like that's the best part of that game.
It is. It is the best part of the game.
are they Rogue Squadron levels? I mean, great. It's been so long since I played.
It's been so long. I would say that if they made a game based on that gameplay and that style for just ships, it would sell. It would be okay.
Here, I got a better idea. Knights of the Old Republic 3 from BioWare.
Get the fuck out because it's not going to happen. You're getting
No, it's not going to happen. I know, but it's just like literally. There's like a blank. There's like a check that's like, hey, EA, you want to make like billions of dollars? Like just like
Actually,
BioWare.
let's say it's probably not going to happen anytime soon. But we do know the guys who do Game of Thrones.
D&B.
Yeah, they're doing. Isn't there?
Yes, that is based on Knights of. Yes.
Like movies, or is it?
I think it's movies. I think it's movies.
Let's just say,
I thought it was movies.
let's just say the first one is like semi-popular. I can't see them not wanting to re-establish something.
To not take that success and then.
My only worry with that is that
you have to worry about canon.
Yeah, that they'd be like, oh, well, we don't want to expand on the original game. Like, I feel like what they're gonna do is they're gonna kind of do it like they did with Game of Thrones and like just like they'll copy it close, but not like exact. And they're gonna because like the whole Revan reveal, I won't spoil it, even though it's like probably
you can no. We're 15 years away. You can spoil that.
The Revan reveal that your character is Revan. Like that was honestly one of the biggest moments in games for me. Like literally, this like the most shocking moment. Like I remember when they showed that and they showed the whole thing. I was like, "Holy shit! What?"
I feel like that could be compared to finding out Darth Vader is Luke's father in the film.
Yes, as far as especially Star Wars games, yes, that is definitely like the biggest moment in Star Wars games. But that to me was like, whoa, like that's huge. So
I could see them using like the first one as source material, and then maybe because like I don't think they'll like branch off with the second one, because the second one has nothing to do with Revan. Like you're a guy that kind of knew him at one point.
Yeah.
And that's it. He's just
I think the whole Darth Revan and Malak and all that like that first game, if they did that and just expand on that going forward, I think it'd be better.
Yeah. All right. Fuck all that.
Also, let me get one thing. I'm pretty sure they have in the new like trilogy, like the new Star Wars trilogy, they've had like obviously it doesn't really mean that much, but they actually had a few like Revan Easter eggs in both of the movies.
Really?
Yeah. Like
I'm not going to go into that, but I'm going to look it up now.
Okay. So who are we on?
Let me.
You got some thoughts?
Get to Tony.
This is pie in the sky. Half of this is just for you guys. They make a Destiny-style Star Wars game where you pick a Jedi or a Sith. I know they have Star Wars Online. Whatever. Fuck that.
Fuck that game.
They make a Destiny-style Star Wars game where you can go to different planets. They have ship battles. Here's a. I throw this in for you guys. At this point, Disney has taken it away from EA. They contract Bungie to do it.
There's no way. Bungie.
Oh, it's bought.
This is a pie.
It's bought day one.
Like, okay. Like, setting all unrealistic things aside, I would definitely buy it.
You find out somewhere down the line that somehow Bungie they have two teams. So there's a Destiny team and a Star Wars team. Bam. There you go.
Yep. I'd buy it.
The question is, who isn't buying it? That's the better question.
Having anything at E3?
Who?
Bungie.
They will be there.
They're at YouTube's thing or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Although, maybe one of our predictions will get to that.
Maybe they will. Maybe they will.
Okay, so I won't steal. I got to come up with something else then. Okay, got it.
Well, one of you, whoever's next, because.
I think I'm next. It's not the Bungie one, but I'll go next with my prediction.
Sweet.
All right. So they don't have their own thing, but Capcom is going to announce 3 new games, including a Resident Evil remake.
There's rumors of 3. Resident Evil 3.
That's kind of where I was going.
I do Street Fighter 6.
With the remake. So they're going to do 3 games. One rumor was Dino Crisis, I think it was what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Man, damn it.
Huh?
11.
What? Okay, like I don't know. Not this.
You mean not like you want Mega Man Legends?
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, Capcom's gonna have 3 new games they're gonna announce within the span
That's
of.
also super possible because they could do like literally could be like Dead Rising 5 and then boom.
Yeah, which is
a Microsoft kind of joint thing.
So
Beautiful Joe.
God, don't even say Beautiful Joe.
I'll even add we're gonna either get Resident Evil 3 as a remake or Resident Evil whatever 8, 7, whatever the next Resident Evil game is, we're gonna get that.
I'd like to see a new Resident Evil, considering how
7 was pretty good.
Considering how good 7 was, I'd like.
7 was 7 the one that you could do the VR with?
It's the first one, yeah.
Standalone. Right?
I remember that trailer during the PlayStation conference. I remember being like, "Oh shit, this is gonna get real scary." Yeah, fuck this shit. I'm out. Yeah.
Let me say something. I played that. I've rented that. I could not finish it because that is the most stressful fucking game I've lost years of my life.
I like it.
Who made PT?
It was
PT. I could not finish. I got through enough cycles, and all of a sudden I got to the point where like there was like a figure, and I'm like, okay, I'm done with this shit.
Really?
I like it. All right, Justin.
All right. So this is the only other prediction I have with bullet points. All right. Oh, shit. All right. Let's do this. See if I can even read this. Let's go. I'm not fucking with you either. It's like kind of getting blurry. Halo Infinite isn't just the next game in the Halo series. it's the last game in the Halo series for the foreseeable future. Will be more like a Destiny type game of service type thing that constantly evolves and adds more content. Will also be a launch title for next gen Xbox, as Brandon predicted. So, reasons why I think this: Phil Spencer's favorite game currently is Destiny, so natural that he would push that their similar franchise and the franchise that Bungie themselves created also becomes that. It's called Halo Infinite, which kind of to me feels like infinite would mean like forever kind of thing. Lore, there's so much lore in that universe that's kind of only been explored by the books, where I feel like they could kind of really delve into that for kind of other activities. And then my last bullet point is, for whatever reason, Bungie created Halo. I don't know if that really has to do with anything, but so sober, Justin, you're stupid. But anyways, I just feel like Halo Infinite, they got this whole new engine, they got this whole new thing. I think they're going to kind of do like a games as service thing. I think it'll launch, like you guys were, like Brandon was saying, with the Xbox One in spring 2020. And I think it'll be, I think that they're just going to kind of like build on it. I don't know if it won't be like a looter shooter kind of thing, but I can see them expanding on it. They have the multiplayer, they got the horde mode. I think it's called Firefight. Like, I think they're just going to constantly kind of just build around it, and it'll be like kind of like keep building. Like Halo 5, all the DLC was free. They also have that mode. What's that mode? It's like that big. It's almost like a PVE, VP, kind of like Gambit, but
Team battle. I think
what was that?
I thought it was something else.
This is big
It's
team
like,
battle. Oh, war.
Yeah, but then they also have in Halo 5. They introduced that thing where like you're not only facing like an enemy team, but you're also facing. I don't know. Whatever if you played Halo 5, you know what I'm talking about. But there's kind of like that PVE VP element. I think they're just going to kind of expand on that, and like they'll be like add like new missions for that, and then maybe they'll explore on the campaign and strikes and expansions, and maybe that's what they'll do. Kind of a bold prediction, I guess, but I think it's going to become more of a platform versus like, oh, it's Halo 6. No, it's Halo Infinite forever.
I got a bonus prediction.
Oh shit! Tony's got all the bonus predictions. He comes in here all like,
I
hope you guys are. I only got like 5 predictions, and he comes in like every time he's got like 6 seconds.
All the bonus ones are just ones that just popped in my head.
Wait, does this have to do with Halo?
No. Yes and no. I'm gonna. This is piggybacking from Brandon saying what Justin said about it launching with the Xbox. I say they named the Xbox Infinite, or Xbox with the little.
The infinity sign.
What can they name it? They can't name it 2.
I know that's the one thing is if we like, what are they going to name it? That's Xbox 2. They can't name it like any number is out of the question. I kind of feel like, could they name it? Do you think they'd ever name it just like the Xbox?
I think so.
I think eventually. I think they're all going to do that eventually down the
line. The reason I think they're going to do it, they could do it this time. Not that they're going to, but they could do it. Is because they see this as the last console they need to release. Because with xCloud, you won't necessarily need another console.
Right.
You can do it from your computer, from your phone, from this Xbox.
Right. I don't necessarily subscribe to this line of thinking, but this next gen could technically be the last gen. I don't think it's a probability. I do think it's a possibility because, like, with all this streaming and all this stuff, it's kind of to the point where it's like, and as you were saying, Steven, like, internet speeds are only going to get better, and it's going to make things like that more reliable. But like, look at games now. Like, how do you make them that much better? Like, even on look at PCs, like high-end PCs. Like, how do you even get better than that to where you'd need another console?
So the only thing I can think is that I agree with you that this generation of consoles could be the last, but what I could see is that we get consoles with just updated specs.
Yeah, I think more come like the phone market almost.
Yeah, you get a little bit more RAM, you get a little bit more speed, you get that's it.
Yeah, we kind of got a preview of that this gen, really, with the Pro and the X, kind of like iteration. Like, it's better, it still runs the same stuff, but it just runs it faster and a little bit better graphic fidelity.
It'll be infinitely better. And Medical was like, well, we would kind of want to get rid of, like, we want it on everything. We want it to kind of last For
Mhm.
we want our brand kind of
Yeah.
Xbox Infinite, launching with Halo Infinite.
Yeah. So, side question regarding Halo: do you guys think at the conference we're going to get anything about the TV show?
Probably not. I think no.
I lean.
Even just a mention.
I think
like-
they want to stay away from a new console and TV. I think they want to.
Or do they want? Are they going to be like Halo Infinite comes out this date? You can also watch the new Halo TV series as it comes out on this date. Like
do they have a director announce or anything like that?
I know Steven Spielberg's supposed to be connected to it. I don't think he's directing, but I think he was like.
I could see maybe like a live action trailer for the game that's like directed by the guy, or maybe like directed by someone who's going to be attached to the show.
Did they kill Master Chief? Dog?
Yeah.
Master Wick.
So
Chief Wick.
wait.
Cortana.
Hold on. There's a guy. Who's this guy? Oh, never mind. On IMDb for the Halo TV series, they have the guy who's supposedly playing Master Chief. And I was looking at what he was in. Recently, he was in an episode of Law & Order SVU, which Aaron has been watching. So that's why he
So you tell me Aaron's going to watch the Halo TV show?
Yep.
So are they actually going to show? Are they going to have a different person for Master Chief? Or are they just going to? Oh God.
James Earl Jones it?
Man,
Yeah.
my man.
Oh
Nah,
fuck!
James Earl Jones.
I'll be back. I gotta get vodka.
Were you asking Brandon if they're going to basically show?
Like, are they going to keep the voice actor that's been Halo Master Chief this entire time? Or are they going to have a completely new actor with his voice under?
I think they're doing a completely new actor. I think whoever's going to be doing Master Chief is going to be the voice.
Okay.
I think it's not supposed to be. This article that I see, it says Halo TV series is going to be compared to Game of Thrones without incest.
Cool. I got a random prediction that's Nintendo related. So let's say I know there's a rumor about Witcher 3 being a port for it, right?
Let's just look at Justin and laugh.
I'm not laughing. I'm
Look at Justin and laugh.
You want to throw up?
not laughing. That drink was strong. I made too much vodka. Oh god.
I'm gonna say, because since we're talking about TV crossovers and TV shows, I'm gonna say Henry Seville shows up on Nintendo stage to announce the port for Witcher 3.
Get the fuck out.
We have blonde hair. Will we have blonde
I
hair?
mean, actual
White hair.
or white hair. I just said white hair.
Here.
I don't know, maybe.
Just you. Oh.
Okay.
Like,
I think your camera's getting drunk. I think your camera's getting drunk.
your laptop's drunk.
Right. Justin's alcohol is just exuding from Justin and hit his camera.
I will tell you, my stomach actually hurts.
He's getting weak. We're gonna make it out, right?
He needs some milk.
Milk. Jesus
How many shots have we taken? Or has he taken?
Me?
I mean, I don't know.
We started at about 8:50, so he's probably 9 in. 8 to 9.
Head.
All right, so we move on.
Nah.
Yeah,
Do it for your family.
Are we done?
No,
Round 4?
We have one left.
we're done round 4. We're on the last round.
So Brandon, last prediction.
All right, so I think I did this one last year too, but basically, this has also been another rumor that's been flying around. But Fable, a new Fable game will be announced with a full story trailer. I'm not gonna go gameplay. I'll just say full story trailer.
So is it a current gen or next gen?
He gonna add. He gonna goddamn add parameter to your prediction.
I'm gonna say next gen.
Okay. I assume it is too, but yeah.
Really, it's not that far off.
Right.
You don't let him add. You just let him add that to your prediction. Or playing. Just for January.
I like it. I never played any of the Fable games, but
They're in Game Pass.
that's exactly it. It'll be on Game Pass. So
They're actually like one of the first few like long form games that I used to play.
Yeah.
They have story, but there's a lot of stuff like
side missions and stuff.
there's a
Fable
lot.
2 was the one I remember I spent so much time with.
Yeah, like there's one where it's like it's kind of similar to, I think there was a system in Assassin's Creed 2 where it's like you made money off of property over time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've only played.
You can just sit there and look at me like a lemon. From Fable 2. Don't worry about it. Shout out to Alana Pierce.
But that's actually one thing I didn't like about it. It's like you actually age over time as well.
Yep.
But then when your guy gets all old as shit and said like white hair, I'm like, no, I want him to look young.
Assassins get old too. Assassins get old too.
All right, well that's my
women be shopping.
Women be shopping.
Assassins be killing.
All right, Tony.
All right. My last prediction. Ubisoft will show a new IP that's for next gen. That's it.
Okay. That one was it's very bold.
That's all
It
you
was like present like holy crap, and it was like
They would do the Watch Dogs thing because they were the first. I'll spice it up. They'll be the first company to show a next gen game because technically they were the first. They showed Watch Dogs, which was technically the first.
I will tell you why you're wrong, because Microsoft is going to show Halo Infinite, which is the next gen game. The day before.
They will show gameplay of a.
Oh, ooh. Well, they're going to show gameplay at Microsoft.
It is a new. It's I'm bad.
Is Ubisoft on Sunday or Monday?
Monday afternoon.
So which one is Sunday night? Bethesda?
Bethesda.
Okay. We haven't even really talked about anything Bethesda.
They're not showing any.
My final one, my audible one is Bethesda, so I will save us there.
Okay. Wait, what'd you say?
I got the game.
He's like, well, Bethesda might show Beyond Good and Evil too. Like,
yeah, I was like,
yeah.
Who's doing Starfield or whatever?
That's Bethesda, but apparently those games are not theirs. They exist in name only.
Yeah. Also, Bethesda's Doom, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think
for that game. God.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, so it's my turn for my last prediction.
Yeah.
All right, so Justin, you and I talked about this a little bit about what my bold prediction was, and I'm going to keep it.
Yeah, boy.
So my bold prediction, and this is a more really specific prediction. So the Xbox conference starts with Phil Spencer playing Destiny 2 on his cell phone as he either walks out onto the stage or he's literally like in the dressing room or outside the conference center. Literally has an Xbox controller in his hand, has the attachment with his phone, and he's literally playing Destiny 2 on xCloud. And then he walks in, starts the conference with xCloud and Shadowkeep as a trailer for on Xbox. Not that they have any exclusives, but just to show it. And then they start to talk about xCloud.
I agree with you, unless you until the part you said Destiny. He's been playing Cyberpunk 2077 because that's what the bet says.
Yeah, you're wrong. Justin and I have made a bet. Justin bet me that the first game that will be shown at Xbox's E3 is Cyberpunk 2077.
Because that's the truth.
That ain't gonna happen.
So
that's not too.
So I say Halo. You say Destiny. Justin says.
It'll probably
Steven is saying xCloud will be the first thing they show.
Yeah.
Gears 5 is the first thing they show.
What'd you say?
Halo.
Gears 5?
You show that first, then you end with Halo.
I'm actually really excited for Gears 5, even though I'm not like a huge Gears guy, but just the fact that it's on Game Pass, I'm kind of like, oh, I know you two, Brandon and Gal will be playing that, or Steven. So
yeah,
I'll probably join you for that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Although we'll probably have hopefully it launches.
So here's the thing. If it launches when the rumor is to be launched, I won't be playing it because Destiny, I'll be on vacation. And then when I get back, Destiny's there. And then
right. So it'll be the kind of thing like, hey, like October sometime, like, hey, Destiny's kind of died down a little bit. You guys want to go through the Gears story?
Yeah.
Y'all ain't shit. Gears has been there for you guys all these years.
Tony, wait. Gears 1 and Gears 2 were there. They were the AA plus. And then Destiny came out, and then fuck Gears. That's what happened.
Oh, but Destiny had bad.
The
moments.
same,
I'll come back to that.
the same thing that you just said about Gears applies to Halo with me and Melissa.
Yeah.
We played like the shit out of Halo 4. Like literally, like I was like, I'm gonna marry this woman because she plays Halo. And then all of a sudden, all of a sudden, then Destiny came out, and it was like, well, Halo's dead to me now. Like Halo 5, I remember being like, I'm super excited. I remember watching like the launch thing on Xbox's like YouTube channel and being like, cool, like playing it for like an hour and being like, all right, so I'm gonna go play Destiny now.
You know what? Let me call Phil right now. Phil, cancel them all.
So that was my bold prediction. I was when we announced we were doing this, when we talked about it, that was my number one thing I thought would be interesting. I do honestly think the bold prediction was him playing Destiny 2, but I do honestly think that could be a thing for him to start is playing on his phone.
He did it on the Inside Xbox.
That's what I'm saying. It's literally they have right. It's ready to go. They've done it. They're working on it. So
this isn't one of my predictions, but I think that Bungie will either be on their stage or will be announced as just like Google Stadia is going to have the Destiny 2 thing. I think that Destiny 2 will also be like a forefronted game for xCloud.
Yeah.
I think that I don't think they really care at this point. I think that there's like, yeah, we're everywhere.
Yeah.
So
I'm super hyped for it.
And like Phil Spencer, that's his favorite game. Like it's every once I put him on my friend list and like he's always playing it.
Didn't he say during that Inside Xbox thing that's what he was playing on his xCloud was Destiny 2?
Yeah, Destiny 2 and there was one other game, maybe Halo 5. I don't remember what it was, but I remember Destiny 2 was one of the games he's been playing on xCloud. So we already know that it probably works on xCloud. It works on Stadia, so it's got to,
Yeah. All right, Justin. Last prediction.
Okay, so it was kind of embarrassing. Do you remember what I said my prediction revolved, like where it revolved around?
Bethesda?
It was Bethesda.
Okay, I remember. Okay, so Fallout 76 had a really shitty launch until Anthem came and made it look silly. So Fallout 76 will go free to play at Bethesda's conference. They will also announce a new expansion for Fallout 76. Basically, they're going to do the same thing that Destiny kind of did. Although I was thinking this before even that was news. But basically, Fallout 76 will be on basically not a $60 entry anymore. It'll be like, oh, you just download Fallout 76 and you can play it, and then there's this new expansion coming out. It's $40 or whatever. I don't know how much money it'll be, but then you can continue from there. Because from what I understand, they fixed a lot of the issues that people were having with Fallout 76. And I think that they're not going to just like give up on that game so quickly. So there's been a lot. The Todd Howard, who's kind of like the creator of that whole entire, or like the lead of that whole entire team and everything with there, he's kind of said like they kind of expected it to kind of have a rough launch. So yeah.
Interesting.
So I think Fallout 76 will be. What is so fucking funny?
So Justin,
got him.
Justin, you think Fallout 76 is gonna turn it around?
Yes. Maybe.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Got him.
I'm done.
All right.
Got him.
So that's all of our planned predictions. Any other things you want to throw out? Is there like just a last minute kind of something that you've thought of? Let's call it a Tony prediction, because half of Tony's predictions that he's throwing in between here. Any other last minute kind of just even pie in the sky prediction?
I don't think. Wait, answer which 3. I think, and this is gonna make Justin mad. This is what I've heard people predict. I'm stealing other predictions I've heard. That when they announce Witcher 3 for Switch, they're also going to announce it with a hardware revision. So a little more hardware. and I'm gonna say this is not at E3. This is a little bit after E3. Apparently, I've heard that after E3, that's when they've announced like hardware. They announced some DS, something after EA.
Yeah. Well, the rumors with the Switch that there was like two. There was like a super cheap one
And a powerful one.
and a powerful, like almost like a pro version.
I'll just say that when they announce Witcher 3 on Switch, it'll come with more powerful hardware, which makes
So my thought on the Switch, and Tony, you played a lot more games on the Switch than I have. Do they really need a more powerful Switch?
no, it's fine.
Like the games like Zelda. Zelda is a game that is a AAA game, could be played on like any other platform, like that's the type of game it is. And it runs perfect. Like it runs fine.
But I think we get to the point where people want more current-ish games because Mortal Kombat 11 is on the Switch, but apparently it is not. It's
doo-doo.
possible.
I will say that Fortnite on the Switch is kind of doo-doo compared to the other consoles.
Absolutely.
So I think if they give it a little more juice,
yeah,
I don't know, just to make certain more recent games work better, maybe. But all the games I play on there are like either Nintendo games, which run great, and then like indie games, so they all run great. So I don't really care. I'm not upgrading.
Oop.
What'd you do there, Justin?
I dropped my phone. I'm so drunk. I'm sorry.
Common sense.
Melissa, if you're watching, I'm sorry.
She's gonna love me.
Yeah. But hey, honey. Hey, honey.
Okay, so just to go over some things that I think that's it. Damn. We were gonna go over like what we're most excited about. For me, everything is Xbox. What are you laughing at?
Because you said only one? Damn. And I understood that.
So most excited about Xbox's entire conference for me is fine. Avengers game, the Ubisoft conference.
Thank God.
Yeah. One thing that wasn't really, I don't know what conference it's going to be at, is Dying Light 2.
That probably
Square. They've actually announced Square because actually they were by Techland, but Square, like I think like a week ago, actually acquired that license.
Oh,
so there'll be a Square conference. Yeah, that was like a really weird.
To see what they did.
Yeah,
they announced it last year with a little bit. I think it was like a little bit of gameplay type stuff,
and like how you can pick different factions and do different story paths. Yeah, and like what was weird though is like they announced that, but then they didn't like there's been nothing in a year. Like there's been zero updates.
Yeah.
Where am I at my next shot? I'm
we are at 4 minutes.
Oh Jesus Christ. Okay.
So I mean we can just kind of go around and talk about what else we're excited for E3. Just last thoughts. Tony, Brandon.
Say it again.
Like what? What are you most excited for to get out of E3?
Any other crazy predictions? Do we get?
I don't have any more predictions. I am interested to see if we'll get a little bit more of Final Fantasy VII remake. Info.
Do you think we'll see the next Final Fantasy mainline game? Like it's gonna be 16?
Not a chance.
They're gonna focus on Avengers. They're not gonna.
I think we will.
They won't even try it.
You think we will? You want to make a bet on that? Hold on.
Man, come on. Here's what I think. I think we're gonna get Avengers. I think we're gonna get Final Fantasy VII remake, episodic bullshit remake garbage. PlayStation timed exclusive. I think we're gonna get Dying Light 2, and then I think they're big, like, woo, it's a secret. It's gonna be Final Fantasy 16.
Is that a bet?
If I was sober, no, but I'm drunk, so do it. Yes.
Woo-hoo, buddy.
Justin is like, oh man.
What is that?
That one I will regret. I guarantee it. The thing is, I have a 1 bet lead right now, and if Cyberpunk is the first thing to show, I will be firmly in the lead. But I'm gonna screw it up right now, aren't I?
Mhm.
And then the other thing I was going to say is, do you think we'll see anything whatsoever of Assassin's Creed at Ubisoft? Even a teaser for what's coming next year?
It's all Watch Dogs.
So rumors have said no to Assassin's Creed, but I feel like since there have been leaks, we may get just a tiny bit of information about it. What?
Justin, do you hear that too?
It's super loud.
See, that scared the shit out of me.
What happened?
You're super loud all of a sudden, Steven. I'm not that drunk. You are so loud all of a sudden, Steven.
I wasn't thinking that
Click some button.
Wait, Steven, talk again?
Hello?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit
you're
was
super
loud.
loud all of a sudden. I don't know what happened.
Well,
There, you're fixed. You were like, whoop, 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 whoop.
It's like your voice got loud.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
Keep the speaker down. I was tripping over here.
but I'm good now. I'm good now.
Yeah, you're good now, but for a second there, it was like literally like, whoa. I was like, holy shit. I thought it was just me, but then when Tony started reacting, I realized it wasn't just me.
All right. Well,
All right. So,
Justin, did you make a bet? You made a bet with Steven, right? What was that bet? Did you just make a bet with Steven?
if a brand new Final Fantasy game is made at Square's conference, Justin wins. If not,
So wait. You said a main. If they're like Final Fantasy, this is Final Fantasy
16.
This is Final Fantasy mobile something just for mobile.
What if it's like
console game.
14 and a half or whatever, or 15 and a what is
15 and a half.
Yeah.
I'll even accept that.
15.
I'll even be fine with that. Justin, the timer just went off. I just want you to know that.
Bitch. I feel like I'm in Joker's madhouse over here.
The fact, Tony, that comes in so clear is
Say basketball.
Did I stutter?
All right, Steven, go ahead. What did you say? God damn.
I said the fact that came in so clear was perfect.
Man, we're gonna get copyright claim for something.
Right.
Try to make a mistake on kick out.
Oh God.
Did you just say copyright claim?
So Justin's gonna die.
Running from like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Justin, are you okay?
Me? Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna make bets on what time Justin will wake up tomorrow. I say about 4 p.m. So let's go.
No, we're going to see Dark Phoenix tomorrow, so I gotta be out of here by 9:30.
Oh.
He fucked up. So anything else E3? What are you guys excited about? Any final thoughts?
You're trying to delay this so Justin takes another shot, aren't you?
He's got like 10 minutes left on this one.
Maybe the Mortal Kombat developers will show another DLC character.
I want to see what Sindel looks like.
Yeah.
I don't play Mortal Kombat, but I'm just curious what she looks like.
Tony, what if this happens? What if on Xbox's stage,
Say what?
on Xbox's stage, NetherRealm's Ed Boon comes out and he's like, "We're bringing Marcus Phoenix to Mortal Kombat."
Okay. I mean, I'll down. Wait, it's like Xbox exclusive. I don't want to do that. I mean, I'm not gonna buy an Xbox. You know what I mean?
Although you say crossplay, you could play somebody on Xbox and they can crossplay.
Oh, I get to beat Marcus Phoenix. Dom! Carmen!
Oh shit!
Ty!
Jesus.
Rings are hail.
Baby.
Oh shit! Dizzy.
Oh God.
Oh, anything else? Anybody?
Bethesda, we like basically were just like whatever.
Bethesda, the biggest thing they have, well, Doom is good. Doom.
They have they have another Wolfenstein coming out.
Yeah,
Yeah, young.
but the biggest thing people want to see from Bethesda is the new Elder Scrolls, and they're not apparently there.
No.
So
I want to see Starfield.
well, they're not also going to be there. So
No, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
God,
all of Xbox, the Avengers game. What else did I say?
If only we could get the Bethesda studios quickly in a relatively quickish time period. And it's not like they live in a city in Maryland.
right.
We should go there. In Rockville.
I feel like Bethesda. The one thing with them is they always seem to every E3 time like they announce something. I'm not even talking anymore. I give up.
That was cohesive.
Yeah, you actually did good on that sentence. That you said.
Okay. I feel like they like every E3 they kind of have a surprise. Like last year it got ruined with Rage 2, but
Oh yeah, that's one of their games, isn't it?
I think we're gonna see Rage 2 DLC, but I don't think anyone cares.
Yeah.
Nope.
I heard the game's like fun, but it's just super short.
When it's $20, I'll buy it.
Like your penis.
That's not what your mom said.
Ew, gross.
I'm just kidding.
All right.
Your mom's a wonderful lady at it, from what
I think we're done.
Yep.
We know Justin is done.
Jesus Christ, I hope.
Justin was done at 9:30.
I'm gonna take a poop and go to bed.
You're gonna fall asleep on the toilet.
Who's out?
So you already do that?
What time do we need to get up tomorrow?
We don't need to get up at any time tomorrow. What time do you need to get up tomorrow?
8:45.
Just you sure you didn't poop your pants already?
I hope not.
Pooped him.
He's a little kid. He's a little kid. He went around the corner. He go, and it's like in freeze frames. It's like I pooped my pants.
This is where he knew he fucked up. All right, I guess that's it.
Yep.
I don't know when we'll do a Fanboy 4 again, but there you go.
A year from now.
Right. So clear. It's so clear. All right. Well, that's the show.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for watching, all three people who did.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We had 4 people watching at one point, so
Yeah, it was me, you, Josh, and Melissa probably.
my cousin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh.
They're like, I knew the fucking alcoholic.
All right. Well, there's our predictions. I'm sticking to them. Time to make your bets.
Drinking water.
All 3.
Kids, remember to drink water while you drink.
Yeah. Shit.
All right. Justin's gonna go shit in a dog bowl, so everyone have a good night.
Lighter taters.
See ya.